Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer. Join Tom Sox players and coaches in our annual summer camps. It's a chance for kids ages 6 to 12 to learn from the past, present, and future of baseball. Find more information and sign up at tomsox.org/summercamp. Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families.
Let's play ball.
Hello and welcome to Casey Field at Booty Albert Stadium. It's the Sox against the Covington Lumberjacks for the second time this week. Landon Weaver and Matt Becker with you on Tom Sox Radio Network. So excited to have you guys along with us. Becker, Sox suffered a 6-1 loss earlier on Tuesday of this week. They'll look to avenge that after starting off winning 2 games in a row after that.
Yeah, and listen, this team knows that Covington's not a good team. And they came in and they played pretty bad. Let's be quite honest and say it. They know that they played bad. So what did they do? They answered back with 2 wins, but not just any 2 wins, Landon. 7-inning mercy 10-run rule wins. They have scored 22 runs in its last 2 games. And yes, it wasn't a great job what they did, an outing for pretty much anybody. The last time we came to Covington, the vibes were off. But you know what? You're riding in hot on 2 games trying to make a win streak. I think this is going to be a good day.
3 games is a win streak. The Sox will try and get to that tonight as they face off again against the Covington Lumberjacks. The Sox are currently 4th in the VBL South. That is a playoff position. The Covington Lumberjacks, bottom of the South Division with a record of 6-14. The Sox currently riding a 2-game winning streak and have a record of 9-11. Let's go ahead and get you through the starting lineups for your Charlottesville Tom Sox. Batting first at second base, it's Xavier McCory. In the 2-hole, third baseman Grayson McCollum. Batting third, right fielder Tommy Lansness. In the DH and cleanup, it's Caden Combs. Batting fifth, catcher Dom Caffarillo. Shortstop and 6-hole batter Chase Jackson, followed up by Lucas Reen, the left fielder and 7-hole hitter. Then Luke Craddock first baseman, batting 8th, and rounding out that lineup, Bryce Neely in center field.
Leading off for Charlottesville.
Well, the defensive alignments land in for the Covington Lumberjacks from left to right in the outfield. Carroll, Pardo, and Brown in the outfield. Reed at third, Stevens at short, Clark at second, Levick at first, Pereira behind the dish, and on the mound is Nick Corse.
Nick Corse out of Pasco Hernando State College, same college as Evan Allwine, who is the starting pitcher for the Tom Sox. More on him later as Xavier McCory, the lefty, digs in to begin the game. Nick Corse readies the first pitch. Sox in their green shirts with blue lettering as McCory lines one into the first baseman's glove. The flip to the pitcher. Corse applies the tag. First pitch swinging and first pitch out for Xavier McCory. First pitch at 7:01 p.m. Your temperature in Covington, Virginia, 76 degrees, overcast, and a beautiful day for baseball.
You know, I really like him being aggressive. The bats were hot last night. You put the ball in play. You have a team that's last in the league. Good things are going to happen. Right there was a tough play, little PFP. I really like that.
Up next, Grayson McCollum out of Kennesaw State, the righty against the righty Corse. First pitch just misses outside, 1-0.
McCollum 1 for 4 in yesterday's Mercy win with 2 runs scored.
It was a 6-1 loss the Sox suffered last time they came to Casey Field. 1-0 count. The pitch from Corse. Breaking ball, misses outside again, 2-0. With 1 gone, top first, no score.
This might be the best view we've ever had. We are positioned directly on the fence right behind home plate.
You can hear everything, you can smell everything from the field. The 2-0 pitch from Corse, swing and a miss from McCollum, 2-1.
And, you know, right here we can really, I mean, you know, umpiring's hard, but I might be able to make a case for myself after this game.
Speaking of umpires, today's men in black. Robert Root behind home plate, Tim Detweiler on first, and Greg John on third. The 2-1 pitch is swung on and fouled way high in the air behind us, and landing into the parking lot on the right. 2 balls and 2 strikes with an out. Grayson McCollum up to bat, one of the premier RBI hitters on this Tom Sox team. No men on base for him. Batting .289 with Charlottesville this season. Corse gets his signal from Perala behind the plate. The 3-2 pitch. Now it's a 3-2 pitch. It was up high. Pereira behind the plate.
You know, back here you're really able to appreciate the velo from the pitcher and how pitching is such a craft, Landon.
The payoff from Corse. Outside, full count walk for Grayson McCollum. Sox have their first base runner of the contest.
One of the things the Sox did really well yesterday, Landon, I felt that they walked so much, but they also brought in the runs, and they've been doing that in the last couple of games. And this is a team that struggled to even walk in the first, 7 games of the season, and right now they're walking at a tremendous rate.
Tommy Lansness batting third, lefty against the righty Corse on the bump. 1 out and a runner on, and Grayson McCollum over at first. The first pitch to Tommy Lansness is swung on and missed. The ball dribbles underneath the feet of Pereira behind the plate, but he gets up and gloves it. No running from Grayson McCollum over on first.
One thing that I didn't notice last time I was here, if you look under the scoreboard, they have a radar ready for you directly in the middle.
There's a scoreboard out in right center field. It's very helpful for us when we're trying to figure out what these pitchers are giving. The 0-1 pitch right down the middle, called strike by Roop behind the plate. 0-2 against Tommy Lansness, who earned himself a VBL South Hitter of the Week achievement last week. The first Sox to have that achievement since Cade Bellew in 2024. Throw over to first, not in time. McCollum runs back on to the bag.
And boy, did he deserve that. He was scorching the ball, and last game he went 1 for 4.
0-2 count on Lansness. The pitch swung on and missed. Strikeout number 1 for Nicholas Corse, and that's 2 outs in the top of the first. No score.
You know, one thing we're able to appreciate back here as Caden Combs heads to the plate is the vertical and horizontal drop of the breaking ball. We are just a little bit elevated from ground level, and we have a perfect spot to see how it's fooling these batters.
Today's DH, Caden Combs out of Gardendale, Alabama, And Auburn University, first pitch to the big man. Upstairs for ball one. Combs, 6'4", 260 pounds. And boy, can he hit the ball.
Yes, he can. We saw it in BP yesterday. He hit one, I want to say, 400 feet.
The 1-0 from course, not going to happen. McCollum slides in head first over at first base. Count still 1-0 towards Caden Combs. And as you mentioned, he went 1 for 3, scoring 3 times. Also brought in a run.
And a stolen base.
The 1-0 from course, way high. Hits off the catcher and into the backstop. McCollum takes second base off of the wild pitch. And it's 2-0 in favor of Caden Combs.
Yeah, that pitch was sky high, and we'll talk about that stolen base. He got a tremendous lead, and he was trucking it down to third. This is a steal from second to third. This is not a first to second. He stole third base. I don't think people understand how hard that is because it's a shorter throw.
Combs has a lot of potential. Only saw 11 games of appearances at Auburn University. The 2-0 with a runner in scoring position, outside and low, ball 3.
One thing he was telling us is that he has such a good eye, but unfortunately he keeps getting walked. He just wants to hit the baseball.
We've seen him get some contact, and it's looked very good. He leads the Sox in slugging percentage with .370. The 3-0 to Combs. He takes a strike right down the middle at the waist.
Rated by Perfect Game as the number 8 outfielder, overall player and the number 1 first baseman in Alabama, and that's a hard thing to do. Alabama has a lot of good ball players that come out of there.
Combs, a very versatile player on defense, as Course checks on McCollum, throws the 3-1, fouled off up high and behind us. 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs. Top of the first, no score.
I was going to say Alabama high school ball, it's not as much of a religion as it is for football, but they love their baseball. So to be able to get ranked by Perfect Game as the number 1 first baseman, you got to be doing something right, Landon.
He also played defensive lineman in high school, did Caden Combs. Full count for Course. The pitch, inside, ball 4. Runners on first and second with McCollum on second, and now Caden Combs on first base. Brings up Dom Caffarillo, the catcher for today's squad.
It's so cool to be back here because, normally we're up in the press box, and that was a really close pitch, and I'm sure we'd be complaining about it, but being right here, that one was inside, and that's a stone-cold take from Combs, remember, he said he really wants to swing, but to have that discipline in a 3-2 count is really impressive.
It's something that the coaches from Auburn will look at and really enjoy seeing this summer as Combs is with Charlottesville. Dom Caffarillo up to bat, 5-hole hitter for the Sox. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch, upstairs, ball 1.
Boy, has Caffarillo solidified himself as a tremendous catcher, throwing people out left and right, making blocks. And he can also hit.
Gets on base nearly 50% of the time as well. So he can do it on both sides of the ball. The 1-0 from Course swung on and popped up into the right side, going towards the bullpen and foul. 1 ball and a strike.
And that's why I don't like to use average. His batting average in 10 games is .207, but his OPS is .728. Why? Because his on-base percentage is .452.
A very patient batter in that righty's batter's box. The righty Course checks on McCollum, delivers the 1-1. Runner goes to third, and McCollum, no throw over. He'll take third base. Runners on the corners for the Sox.
Yeah, I don't think you were going to get another steal from Combs, especially with 2 outs.
So runners on the corners after the stolen base from Grayson McCollum. 2-1 count, 2 outs. The pitch from Course. Swing and a miss from Caffarillo.
Boy, 88 at the letters. That's a tough pitch to catch up to. A come-and-get-me fastball.
Caffarillo wanted it. You could see it in his eyes, and especially after he'd missed on it. Even count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs. Runners on first and third for Charlottesville. Here's the pitch. Caffarillo takes outside. Full count again.
That didn't miss by much. That's a stone-cold take. That pitch could have been either way. I think that was a coin flip.
It's the 3rd full count at bat for the Tom Sox in the 1st inning. Here's the pitch. Caffarillo takes inside. Bases loaded for Charlottesville.
And that's what's frustrating as a pitcher. You have a pitcher's pitch, you don't get the call. And then all of a sudden you walk the batter and, it's just unfortunate. But this is where good pitchers become great. You have to find a way to battle out of that adversity. Yes, that pitch probably is called a strike 8 times out of 10, or if you have a pitcher's umpire. But today, that's not the case. And then unfortunately, you walk the batter. So you got to guess Chase Jackson here. There's 2 outs. It doesn't matter if the base is loaded. All you got to do is focus on the batter right in front of you as Chase Jackson greets the umpire behind the plate.
Jackson, a righty out of Seminole State College, awaits the first pitch because there's a mound visit. Some discussion with Nicholas Corse as he tries to get out of this bases-loaded jam with 2 outs.
Now the umpire going to do his slow walk to tell him to break it up. Mound visit will be charged. You get 5 in a game? Is that what it is? 5 mound visits?
Not entirely sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, the MLB's 5.
Sounds right. You don't see typically more than 3 or 4, but to use one in the top of the first, it's important to keep an eye on for the rest of the contest.
You're absolutely right.
Of course, 3 walks already today. First pitch to Jackson is down low for ball 1. Ball skills away from Pereira behind the plate. He's able to pick it up.
And what a day by Jackson yesterday. 2 for 4 with 4 RBIs. We mentioned you want to cash the runners in when you walk the batters.
1-0 count against today's shortstop for Charlottesville. Corse gets his sign, kicks, delivers. Jackson takes way inside, ball 2.
Here's the question, Landon. Do you give him the take sign here? He's been a little bit wild, but Jackson, he's been swinging a hot bat. I trust him right now.
Jackson, as you mentioned, had a couple of hard hit balls yesterday in Stanton en route to the Sox 12-2 victory. The 2-0 pitch outside and low at the shins. 3-0.
Boy, this would be a bad one. After a 3-2 count and then walking in a run, Landon.
In 3 games this season, Corse allowed just 2 walks. Already 3 in the top of the first for the Parkland, Florida native. The 3-0 pitch turns 4-0. High and inside, nearly taking out Jackson in the chest. And he'll take first base. That's a run scored for Charlottesville. Your new score, the Tom Sox 1, the Lumberjacks nothing.
And that's what I was saying. You were in a 3-2 count. You were in a 2-2 count. You thought you got the strikeout. And then you throw a ball, and then you walk him. And now you throw 4 straight balls. He's pitching with emotion. And that's the ones that they eat you up.
Now Lucas Ream up to bat, the only Sox this season with a grand slam, and he could do it again right here with 2 outs. Hard swing, he fouls it backwards on the first pitch, but he wanted all of that and some.
Yeah, it depends. Does he want the KFC? It's in left field for taking. He can send the ball all the way over there. You know, they should do a promotion. If you can hit a ball in that direction, you get a free meal.
Pleasing the Colonel, if you will.
Yeah.
0-1 count to Lucas Ream out of Shippensburg University. The pitch from Coors, breaking ball, catches that outside edge at the waist. 0-2.
And that was the pitch to hit. 77 miles per hour. That was belt high. It was hung, but he was looking fastball, and he made his first motion, and then all of a sudden he realized, I can't get this.
Sox ahead by 1. 0-2 count against Lucas Ream. The pitch from Coors. Skipped away from the catcher Pereira. Combs smart to just stay at third as it bounced down the third base line. 1 ball and 2 strikes with 2 outs and a 1-run lead for Charlottesville.
If that was any other player, I think he ends up going, but Combs very reserved, and he's laughing about it right now. I think he's hearing it from the dugout.
It's good to be smart, especially with 2 outs. A 1-2 count. Nicholas Corse gets his sign from Pereira behind the plate, kicks, fires to Ream, who fouls it backwards into the backstop again. Stays at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ream, the righty, a big righty if you may, digs in again. 6'3", 230, the sophomore out of Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Coors, the 1-2 pitch. Ream loops it up. First baseman Levesque thought about giving chase, but it just droops foul over by the Lumberjacks dugout. 1 ball and 2 strikes still.
Trying to battle here and just foul everything off. He's a little bit late on the fastball, but he's also trying to stay on time for the off speed.
Coors in communication with Pereira behind the plate. Brings his glove up to his face. Kicks and fires. The 1-2 outside at the waist. 2-2. Ream being patient in this at-bat after starting out in an 0-2 hole. Sox ahead by 1. Combs on third. Caffarillo on second, and Jackson on first. The 2-2. Down low, skips to the backstop. Combs comes home. That's one more on the board. Sox ahead 2-0. And it's a full count coming up for Lucas Ream with runners on second and third. Jackson and Caffarillo respectively.
Taking advantage of mistakes by other teams. It's something that was happening against the Tom Sox earlier this season. They're now using it to their advantage.
Sox ahead 2-0. Lucas Ream still stands in the batter's box, working all the way back to make it a full count. 2 outs, 3 balls, and 2 strikes. The pitch. Ream lines it right into the glove of the third baseman, Reed. And the Lumberjacks get out of a shaky first inning. The Sox ahead 2-0. We'll head to the bottom of the first.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer. Join Tom Sox players and coaches.
Welcome back to Casey Field. Sox defense getting ready to make their first appearance of the night as their offense got ahead early. 2-0 is your score from Covington, Virginia. Let's go ahead and set the lineup for the Covington Lumberjacks. Frankie Clark, the second baseman, leads off, followed by left fielder Chris Carroll. Cross Yarborough in the DH spot today, batting third. Then Darius Brown in the cleanup in right field. Kelvin Pereira behind the plate, he bats fifth. Then George Pardo Jr. out in center field bats sixth. Levesque over on first base batting seventh. The 8-hole hitter Mason Reed over on third base. And the shortstop Emery Stevens rounding out the lineup for defense. Your Sox are like this. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it's Lucas Ream, Bryce Neely, and Tommy Lanzanes. Middle infield of shortstop Jackson, second baseman McCory, third baseman Grayson McCollum. Over on first, it's Luke Craddock, and then behind the plate, the battery, Dom Caffarillo with Evan Allwine on the bump, making his return to Covington. Frankie Clark, the righty, digs in for the first pitch of this at-bat, and he takes a ball waist high on the inside. This is a big outing for Evan Allwine. This is where his season ended last year with the Charlottesville Tom Sox suffering an injury late in the season. The 1-0 finds that middle of the zone 1-1. So it takes a lot of courage for him to come back and want to start and want to play in a place where he had a lot of trauma. The 1-1 from Allwine on that inside corner, just can't find the strike zone of Roop. 2-1.
And you're absolutely right. It's a psychological thing, and he was supposed to get it, and then the rain out happened, and we had our beautiful stand-up ready to go.
Clark chops one over to the glove of Jackson at short. The toss across the diamond to Craddock. Gets a jump. Can't apply the tag to a running Frankie Clark, who gets in on base.
Yeah, and this is where, you know, you're put into a different spot in the lineup, and Chase Jackson and the baseball gods, they're cruel. They're going to find you immediately, and they're going to make you do something, and unfortunately that throw was offline.
Up next, number 1, Chris Carroll. Covington donning a navy blue jersey with light blue lettering and jacks across their chest.
They'll give it an E6.
First pitch taken upstairs and inside. 1 ball and no strikes to the left fielder, Chris Carroll. Carroll from Miami, Florida. Played his collegiate ball at Eastern Florida State College and was previously at Dayton as Frankie Clark runs back in the first. 1 ball, no strikes, and no outs in the bottom half of the first. Sox ahead 2-0. Carroll also a pink arm sleeve on his right arm. The 1-0 pitch, Carroll lines it right into the glove of McCollum. They turn 1, going for 2, and it's there! McCollum, McCory, and Craddock, a 5-4-3 double play to put 2 down.
That was a great showing of fundamental defense right there. After you have a little blunder, you get good pitching from Allwine, and you bounce back. And that's the name of the game, Landon.
Now one of the best bats in all of the Valley Baseball League, Cross Yarborough, batting .400 for the Lumberjacks thus far. The first pitch he sees, he swings and misses at it. 0-1 with 2 outs. Yarborough, just 1 home run. He's slugging .575. I mean, these numbers look like video game numbers.
Yes, they absolutely do.
The 0-1 from Allwine. Chopped into the glove of Jackson at short. The toss across the diamond to Craddock at first is in time, and that ends the bottom of the first. Sox still ahead 2-0.
That concludes the first.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action.
Sox ahead 2-0 as we enter the top of the second. 8-9-1 due up for Charlottesville, starting with Luke Craddock.
Very excited to see Craddock here. He has been, flip-flopping between playing at first base and, being DH and then, sitting on the bench. So he's got a little bit of vengeance on his mind. He's got something to prove, and his BP's been great. He's a very positive guy. His defense has been great. I want to see him hit the ball as far as he can, but control it.
47 in green digs into that righty's batter's box as Corse delivers the first pitch, and Craddock fouls it back into the upper netting of the backstop.
When you're in a slump, they tell you to look to the opposite field and look up the middle. He's been doing that in BP. He's been doing exceptional. But I've noticed in the game, he's been trying too hard to go oppo, and he's late on everything. I'd like to see him just push it up the middle.
Corse sets and fires the 0-1 home. Breaking ball outside at the knees, 1-1. Craddock, one of 5 Sox this year with a home run.
And he had that base hit at the home game where the Sox won 10-0 a couple days ago, and it was up the middle.
The 1-1 from Corse. Craddock lines it over to short. Stevens gloves, tosses to Levesque at first, and it's there. Out number 1 as Craddock falls victim to the 6-3 putout.
But that's okay. He's making contact, and that's all you wanted to see because his strikeouts numbers, well, he had 14 strikeouts on the season. Not something you want to see in 12 games. So for him to just get contact, he's working towards hitting the ball on a line.
Sox still ahead 2-0, top of the second, 1 out. Bryce Neely, the 9-hole batter, digs into that righty's batter's box. First pitch breaker upstairs at the chest.
Did not play last game. But he did hit a home run when I was on I guess we'll call it vacation, when I went home to New York, and boy, that ball was destroyed.
All the way back against Waynesboro, the 1-0 pitch. Craddock, check that, Neely pops it up into center field. Pardo ranging towards it to his left, and he makes the catch. 2 quick outs for Covington, still a 2-0 lead for the Tom Sox as Xavier McCory comes back in, his second at-bat of the day.
And that's the bottom 2 in the order, and, obviously your bottom 2 players in the order are not supposed to be known for their bats, but they're putting it in play. And that's the good thing. They're not striking out. If you can avoid the strikeouts, anything is possible.
McCory 0 for 1 after a 3-1 putout on his first swing. He's kicking some dirt in that lefty's batter's box.
Yep.
It's really chunky as well, so now Robert Roop behind the plate also helping him out with it.
Had some rain here earlier in the day, and it's supposed to be a 6:30 start. It got delayed to 7, and I feel a couple raindrops myself right now. Got to keep an eye on the radar.
McCory, the lefty, satisfied with his batter's box. Course, the righty, fires the first pitch. McCory takes in the middle of the zone for strike 1.
I have great news. Everything that we saw earlier in the day has been pushed back.
That's great. That is great. You always fret the weather, especially on a long bus ride over.
Yes.
An hour 45 for us from Charlottesville to the town of Covington. The 0-1 from course into the dirt. It spikes and lands just underneath of Pereira behind the plate, 1-1. No runners on and 2 outs for the leadoff or first batter for the Tom Sox, Xavier McCory, to work with in a 2-run advantage. Course gets his sign, fires the 1-1. McCory swings and misses.
It was a hittable pitch right there. It was left up, and it looked like he was just a little bit out in front on it. I think he was also a little far back, so he couldn't extend his barrel all the way out there, but he's seeing it well.
1-2 count, 2 outs, and a 2-0 lead for the Sox. Course gets his signal, kicks, delivers the pitch upstairs at the chest of Xavier. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Would appreciate if the condensation would stop, and it's getting droplets all over my book.
Becker's on the right side, I'm on the left, so I'm free from it as of now. 2-2 count, McCory trying to keep the inning alive. The pitch, McCory swings and misses. He's 0 for 2 today, and the Sox retain their 2-0 lead as we head into the home half of the second.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action.
So far, so good for the Sox. They lead 2-0 in the bottom of the second. Evan Allwine, a scoreless first inning and just 3 batters with help from a 5-4-3 double play. It's 4, 5, and 6 up for the Lumberjacks in the home half of the second, starting with right fielder Darius Brown.
Yeah, and that was an important inning for Allwine. We mentioned where this is the ballpark where he got injured.
Here's the first pitch. Catches that outside corner at the knees. 0-1.
So knowing that, you need to settle in and have a good first inning, and that is what he did, and the nerves are definitely a lot calmer.
The 0-1 to Brown just misses outside. 1-1. Darius Brown out of the Bronx. Played his collegiate ball at Maryland Eastern Shore this past season. In 46 games, 22 RBIs. The 1-1. Brown swings and misses. A half-hearted swing at that. Count is 1-2.
It's a great pitch right there. Outer half of the plate.
Allwine shakes off a couple of signals from Caffarillo behind the plate and then gets what he wants, the 1-2. Breaking ball, catches the middle of the zone, strikeout for Allwine.
That was a very similar pitch to the last one that you saw Darius Brown swing at. It was a slider on the outer half of the plate. This one just froze him.
Next up, a righty out of Miami, Florida, Kelvin Pereira, a newer addition to this Lumberjack squad as he was with Ole Miss, I'm sure, throughout their run through the postseason. 5 games for the Rebels. The first pitch he sees, he lines it into left field. Coming towards it is Ream, and he makes the catch for out number 2.
It's good 2 quick outs. Would you call that a line out or a fly out? I lost track of the ball.
Looked like more of a line out. It had a little bit of lift to it. It was fast into the glove of Ream.
I lost track of the ball. I went down to take a look at my book, and I look up and I can't find the ball.
George Pardo Jr., the next up to bat, righty facing Allwine. He swings and pops it up into right field. Coming over towards it is Lansness, and he makes the catch. So a strikeout and then 2 first pitch swinging outs. Sees the Sox pitch another scoreless inning. They lead 2-0, and we'll head into the third.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out Tom Sox.
2, 3, and 4 due up for the Tom Sox in this top half of the third inning. That looks like Grayson McCollum, Tommy Lansness, and Caden Combs as Charlottesville holds a 2-0 lead in Covington.
I think these Tom Sox hitters have made it a goal to try and get out of here in 7 again. And they worked a fantastic first inning. And if the bats can get hot, and if you're going to see more walks, you're going to see that happen again. I really like the way they've been cashing in walks, but also those are mistakes. The worst type of run scored is when you let up a walk and that run comes around to score. It's one thing if you tip your hat to the battery, it's a home run or a double, then another single. It's another thing to walk a couple of batters and see them come to the plate.
Sox yet to register a hit. Regardless, they lead 2-0 in the top of the third. Course still on the mound. He delivers the first pitch to McCollum, misses upstairs and away.
And that's what we, and by we I mean everybody, we like to call that small ball. And that's what you're seeing here tonight so far.
It's what really helped the Sox towards the end of last year. They were not a hard-hitting team, but they worked a lot of walks. The 1-0 Grayson misses outside a bit lower this time at the quads.
You know, what's crazy is you guys were telling me that, and I'm a new intern, and I'm coming in, and if I remember, they had no walks in their first game that I was at, and I was like, you're telling me this team could walk?
They've proven it as of late. The 2-0 inside this time at the waist. 3-0, and we're seeing first inning course.
I mean, these are all close pitches. Now, they're definitely balls, but the discipline is stellar from these batters.
McCollum, 8 walks on the season coming into today. The 3-0. Upstairs, catches the top half of the zone, 3 balls and a strike. Sox lead 2-0 in the third.
You don't want to let McCollum on with a walk, because then he's just going to steal, and then you get a runner in scoring position.
Course sets, fires the 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss from Grayson McCollum.
Well, now he's battled back. So what do you go with here? Do you just throw a fastball, and if he hits it, you tip your cap, or do you try and get him with the off speed?
McCollum swings his bat a couple of times. Gets ready for Corse's full count delivery. He gets his sign from Pereira behind the plate. Kicks and fires. McCollum skies it foul. Behind us and a couple of people walking behind the field in danger of that foul ball. Luckily, it lands into a neighboring lawn.
So close to a road here. I want to know the numbers or the insurance claims that they've had to file. Somebody had to have driven past and gotten hit with a ball at some point.
I'm sure that's happened in the existence of the Lumberjacks. The 3-2 again from Corse. McCollum taps it towards the right side. Corse gloves, tosses underhand to first for the first out of the inning. A well-worked at bat doesn't end successfully for Grayson McCollum.
But you know what? That's okay, because you battled and you worked the pitcher's count, but then also you made the pitcher get off the mound and throw the ball. There are a lot of times where you chop it back to the mound and they're moving, and that ends up being an error or a base hit for you. And that time it was a great play from Corse. Pitchers are athletes too, but remember, if you hit it back to the pitcher, your odds of getting on base go up tremendously compared to anyone else in the field.
An opposite batter for Corse to deal with. It's Tommy Lansness who takes an inside pitch. Ball one on the first thrown from Corse.
I wish you guys could see it because this discipline is just fantastic. These are close pitches, Landon.
Lansness, the lefty, digs in. The 1-0, breaking ball that dips down, but outside at the waist. 2 balls and no strikes. Tommy Lansness also good at working walks. He's worked 10 this season coming into today. The 2-0 to Lansness. He swings and fouls it right back. It lands just in front of our table after hitting the backstop.
Was that a pun? I think that had to be, right?
No, there wasn't any pun intended.
No,
there.
I think there was. Well, Lansness, as he's a power hitter, he likes cars, Legos, and lifting.
3 things that are a boy's dream.
Yes.
Corse comes set. Pereira gives his sign. The 2-1 delivery upstairs at the chest. 3 balls and a strike.
This is a big hitter's count for a power hitter. Went 1 for 4 yesterday. I think he's going to look to club this one to right field with a 2-iron.
1 home run this season for Tommy. The 3-1 delivery. Upstairs, good at bat, 5-pitch walk for Lansness. He's the first base runner of the third. Sox have 1 on with 1 out and a 2-run advantage.
And here's the thing about walking Lansness. Yeah, normally if he's in any other lineup, yeah, you got out of the best hitter. It's like walking Juan Soto. Caden Combs is behind him, so now you got to deal with him. And guess what? Caffarillo's behind him. He loves to get on base. So if you walk both of them, your odds aren't too great.
The next 3 batters for the Sox worked walks. The first pitch, Combs fouls it straight back into the backstop. 0-1. Combs has not registered a hit or an at-bat today. He walked in the first inning.
I think that was a little bit of a lighter swing from Combs. I think he's looking to drive it right up the middle. They're giving him space in right center.
Corse, the righty, has the glove at his chest, fires the pitch, swing and a miss from Caden Combs. 0-2. He's really trying to swing now. We saw him be a lot more patient in that first at-bat.
Yeah, and he was just over top of it. His wrist couldn't get down quick enough.
Lansness on first, a 3-step lead off of the bag. Now he increases it. Corse delivers the 0-2. Popped up, foul on the right side. It's going to sail out of play.
I'll tell you what, I just saw the pitch on my iPad that made it 0-2, and that was middle fastball, and unfortunately for Combs, he just missed it. He was just on top of it, and if that gets thrown again, you better watch out.
Corse gets his signal. The Parkland native throws over to first. A diving Lansness gets in safely at the bag. Count still 0-2 towards Combs with an out.
Almost got caught napping over there.
Lansness shuffles into the base path. Corse doesn't seem bothered by it. Gets into his set. Glove at his chest. Fires the 0-2. Lansness goes to second. The throw to second, not there. And Lansness takes second.
Caden Combs wants catcher's interference here. They rule him out on... Oh, now they're giving Combs interference. Oh, wow.
So the inning ends.
Yeah, a strikeout, foul tip into the mid, and then they're going to give Combs for not exiting the batter's box in time.
An uncharacteristic into the top half of the third. Sox still ahead 2-0 on the Tom Sox Radio Network.
Charlottesville.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action.
Bottom half of the third, number 20.
An uncharacteristic into the top of the third. A called strike three into the mitt of Pereira behind the plate, and then a batter interference on Caden Combs when Lansness tried to steal third. That ended it scoreless. Sox still ahead 2-0 as we enter the bottom half of the third. Jacob Levesque up to bat. First pitch from Allwine, upstairs and inside for ball one.
Unfortunately, I didn't get a good view of it. They switched from the center field camera to the behind the backstop camera on the stream, and wasn't able to get a good look at it, but I do think it was the right call.
Here's the 1-0. Taken, called strike right down the middle. Jacob Levesque, this is his first at-bat of the contest. First baseman for the Lumberjacks today out of Cloud County Community College. He didn't play there this past season. Allwine fires the 1-1 breaker that just can't catch that top half. 2-1. Levesque, 30 at-bats. 30 at-bats this season, batting 133. Allwine, glove at his waist, delivers the 2-1 pitch. Tapped towards Jackson at short. He gloves on the run, fires to Craddock at first in time for the first out.
Just great defensive
With one
plays.
down,
As
that brings it to bat.
getting a little bit of
42,
drizzle in here,
Mason
actually. I'm starting to
Reed.
feel it. I don't think it's the condensation from the AC anymore.
It is overcast in Covington, Virginia. Lots of clouds that are skying over the mountains as we look out into the outfield. It's a really beautiful setup at Casey Field.
It really is.
One gone, bottom three. Sox still ahead 2-0. The pitch hit hard into left field. Reams ranging back to the track, and he makes the catch right before the fence out in left field. A big catch from Lucas Ream.
With two down,
Boy, that
brings
ball
it to bat.
was
Number 24,
absolutely
Henry
scorched on a
Stevens.
line, and really good job by Ream as he was backpedaling, and it's never a spot you want to be in, but he's tall enough where he didn't really have to jump for it.
That was Mason Reed, the 8-hole batter. Didn't even get to ID him. He was so quick to swing. Now, bottom of the order, Emery Stevens faces the first pitch from Allwine. Breaking ball just misses the top half of the zone at the waist. Robert Roop deeming that it was a ball. 1-0 count. The pitch from Allwine. Check swing. Called strike. 1-1.
Allwine is cruising so far. He's making great pitches.
Stevens, the final batter in this lineup, chops a 1-1 pitch foul down the third base line. Stevens out of Marietta, Georgia, and Walton High School, played his collegiate ball at Albany State University and was phenomenal there. Here's the 1-1. Called strike three. It was a 1-2, and Allwine gets his second strikeout looking of the contest to end the third inning. Still, Charlottesville 2, Covington nothing.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference.
As we come back to you live, Nicholas Corse delivers a practice pitch into the backstop, surpassing Pereira behind the plate. It's Dom Caffarillo, Chase Jackson, and Lucas Ream up to bat for the Sox in the top half of the fourth. We're flying by quickly here at Casey Field. The Sox still a 2-0 lead, but have not gotten a hit off of Nicholas Corse yet today.
Yeah, they are seeing the ball well, but not well enough. But they're doing everything right. And listen, that last inning, that's going to happen. The weird stuff like that happens. But listen, Landon, that happened in the top of the third inning. Would you rather that happen in the top of the third or the bottom of the ninth? So that's going to happen. That's baseball. You just move on.
Caffarillo digging in, the Georgetown player and Charlottesville native. Corse delivers the first pitch. Caffarillo takes right down the middle for a strike.
I thought it was so cool. It was my first opening day at home for the home opener, and you got to see Cash pitch to Caffarillo, two hometown natives.
Corse sets, fires the 0-1. Breaking ball just inside. That one near the shins of Caffarillo, but not deemed a strike. 1-1.
That's a disgusting pitch with excellent spin. I thought he was deserving of a call there.
Corse has been phenomenal so far through the first 3 innings, despite letting up the 2 runs. The 1-1 pitch sails below the zone, 2-1.
Boy, you can really spin the baseball, but the discipline is just off the charts from the Sox.
The 2-1. Caffarillo flies it out into right center. Ranging towards it is Brown to his right in front of him, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
I'm really impressed because that was a fastball. It looks like they're really hunting fastballs, and the off-speed stuff is just missing, but you got to keep in the back of your mind, if he throws a hanger or a mistake like the one we saw earlier, you got to take advantage. You can hunt fastball all you want, but when he does make a mistake, you got to be ready to just drill it.
Chase Jackson, an RBI walk his last time up. Bases cleared right now for the Sox. With 1 out, top of the fourth, a 2-0 lead. Jackson takes a first pitch ball on the outside at the knees.
Dugout not too happy to our right.
Jackson winds his bat up. Corse brings the glove up to his chest. The righty kicks, fires the 0-1. The 1-0. Now it's 2-0. Again, that one missed the same spot on the outside, about knee height.
Yeah, these are just off the plate, and again, I am going to sound like a broken record by the end of the night.
The 2-0 from Corse is swung on and driven right down the middle. A base hit for Chase Jackson. He has been phenomenal as of late.
Boy, is he seeing the ball well. This is another pitch on the outer half of the plate. We've seen outside pitching by Corse all day, and he hits this one exactly where it was pitched, right up the middle. There's no shift on, so it goes to the left of the second base bag and right into center. And now I think you're going to steal with Jackson and put him in scoring position.
Corse, 3 1/3 innings of no-hit baseball comes to an end with Chase Jackson's single with 1 out, top of the fourth. Lucas Ream up to bat now. Here's the pitch. Ream drives it to the glove of the third baseman, Reed, who tosses to 2 here, trying to get 2. They can't. Lucas Ream able to sprint into first. So a 5-4 gets Chase Jackson out, the lead runner for Charlottesville.
Big-time hustle there That's what happens. When you hit a ground ball, don't even look at where that ball's going. It doesn't matter. If it's on the ground, you know it's in play. It's not a fly ball. And he put his head down, and he darted to first base and was able to beat it out.
Luke Craddock, 8-hole batter for the Sox with a runner on and Lucas Ream. 2 outs in the top of the 4th. Pitch from Coors. Craddock lines it right out the middle. It's a comebacker. The underhand toss to second is there for 3 outs. A 4-6 put out to end the Sox offensive chances. They still lead 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th. That's where we're headed.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action.
Top of the order up to bat for the Covington Lumberjacks. It's 2-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Sox still ahead after a 2-run first inning.
Yeah, they've been doing everything right. And I think the best thing is when you're not hitting the baseball and you still get rewarded with runs. And that only means when you do hit the baseball, it's just going to be a massacre.
Frankie Clark up to bat. Takes a first pitch strike on the inside corner from Evan Allwine.
I know this is weird because I'm the color guy, but I have to ask you this because you were here last year. Is this the Allwine that you were seeing last year?
He delivers the 0-1 pitch, a tapper down the third baseline, foul for an 0-2 count, and yes, it is. He's playing out of his mind right now. He's really doing well. He's throwing the breaking balls that they're not catching where the hitters can hit it. It's looking really good right now as we're in the bottom half of the 4th. 0-2 count towards leadoff man Frankie Clark. The pitch from Allwine, swing and a miss, but it just misses Caffarillo's glove, so it's a foul ball that was almost a strike 3.
Yeah, just couldn't squeeze it. He got enough of it to deflect the ball straight down right at his, I want to say his belly. I think it was aiming for the chest, and then it just dropped down.
Still 0-2. The pitch, tapped foul again down the third baseline. This one a little more lift on it. Frankie Clark, 5'10", 185 out of Willowick, Ohio. Played at Western Oklahoma State College this past season. Allwine comes set. The 0-2 delivery. Fouled again, this time off of Clark's shin.
It's a great battle by Clark. He's a leadoff hitter in the order for a reason, and your goal as a leadoff hitter is to work the count. It's something that I saw the 2022 Mets do so well. They were able to get 30 pitches drawn in the first inning, and that's what you got to do. You just got to keep battling.
Allwine shakes off a couple of offerings, gets what he wants out of Caffarillo, fires the 0-2 pitch, which is skied out into center field. Neely sprinting towards it, and the catch is not made. Him and McCory came together, and they tapped the ball out of each other's gloves in shallow right center, so the second base runner of the contest for Covington on base, and it's Frankie Clark again. He's the only Lumberjack to get on base tonight for Covington.
And it'll be another error for, as you mentioned, Frankie Clark. It's just a shame because I actually really heard good communication it's really starting to drizzle on us. I heard great communication, and unfortunately, hold on, rolled a single. Okay.
We'll have to come back to that one as Chris Carroll digs in, the righty. and two-hole batter for Covington. He takes the first pitch that's upstairs at chest height. Carroll, pretty short stature, stands at about 5'9", 170, so a smaller strike zone for the two-hole hitter out of Miami, Florida. No outs and a runner on, and Frankie Clark for the Lumberjacks. They trail 2-0. The pitch, swing and a miss. That a really weird swing. He almost
sword
axed at it. Yeah, a sword swing, if you will. It's kind of like softball, like a slap shot.
My inner dugout heckling came out of me there, and I had to scream sword.
Count is 1-1 after the swing and miss from Carroll. Allwine throws over to first. Craddock applies the tag after Frankie Clark gets back in with a jump over to the first base bag. Carroll in his last game, 1 for 4, got around to score. He's in a 1-1 battle with Evan Allwine. Bottom 4, no outs. Allwine throws over to first again. The tag applied late as Clark this time slides head first, back into first.
For what it's worth, I texted our SID what he thought the play was. He doesn't get to make the decision, but I do want to know what he thinks.
Ruled a single as of now for Clark. Here's the 1-1. Upstairs at the head of Frankie Clark, which isn't saying much. He's 5'9" out there. Allwine stands at a towering 6'5". The redshirt junior out of Altoona, Pennsylvania, and Pasco Hernando State. The 2-1 pitch, runner goes, liner foul down the third base line. That was a really would have been well executed hit and run for the Lumberjacks had that ball gone into play. That was sailing down to that corner.
Yes, it was. Altoona, I know where that is, 40 minutes away from State College, Pennsylvania, Penn State Satellite Campus, and the Altoona Curve. Paul Skeens pitched there, and I unfortunately missed his couple of starts my freshman year when he was there.
2-2 count. Allwine throws over to Clark, who had quite a lead off of first. Craddock unable to tag him out. Count still 2 balls and 2 strikes with no outs. Runner on first and Frankie Clark. Chris Carroll up to bat. Righty on righty action. Sox ahead 2-0 at Casey Field. Allwine throws over the tag. Not there. The ball skips away from Craddock. Carroll's going to run to second. Craddock now just getting the ball and throwing over to second. That goes over the head of Jackson and finds its way to third baseman Grayson McCollum.
It's a carnival out there.
Runner on second now, Frankie Clark, who has a ton of dirt all over him from the failed pickoff attempts from Evan Allwine and Luke Craddock, and just sliding back into first every time. He's wiping some dust off of him over at second. Chris Carroll still in a 2-2 battle with Evan Allwine.
E1 for those of you scoring at home.
Allwine gets his signal, fires the pitch, breaking ball, just misses on that top half. Really hard to get into this compact strike zone that Chris Carroll creates whenever he steps up to the batter's box. 5'9", 170, with a pink armband on his right arm. Full count, no outs, and a runner in scoring position for Covington. The pitch, tapped foul again by Carroll. Same side, that third base line, he just won't go away.
He's spitting on it. He sees it so well. He knows that he's not going to strike out. He is going to make this ball put in play. We'll see.
Allwine in communication with Caffarillo behind the plate. Gets his signal. Deep breath. Fires the full count pitch. Hit hard into center field by Carroll. Ranging towards it is Neely. He makes the catch. Clark tags up from second. Heading to third. This is going to be close, but the throw is not on line. And Clark gets into third base position, 90 feet away from scoring, with 1 out for the Lumberjacks.
That ball was tattooed. He was seeing it so well. And then that was a really powerful throw from Neely. Unfortunately, it was very off. Well, I don't want to say very off target. I've seen worse, but it was not on target. I think a better throw has a chance to get him.
It forced McCollum to go beyond the third base line towards the left, so out of fair play territory. 1 gone, infield in. The first pitch to Yarborough, swing and a miss into the mitt of Caffarillo. It was a foul tip by Yarborough that got caught by Caffarillo behind the plate.
Not a lot of people realize how important it is to bring your infield in here, especially with nobody at first, and that's what coaching does.
The 0-1 from Allwine. Tapped foul right in front of Yarborough. It clips off of his right foot. He walks gingerly to his left, just shaking it off. In some pain just a little bit, checking out that ankle.
Would be a big-time strikeout. You have Cross Yarborough, who is probably going to receive a lot of nominations for the, All-Star Select? Is that what we're calling it?
We're calling it a showcase.
Showcase, so the All-Star Showcase roster. We'll call it the Showcase roster. And he is playing unbelievable. You mentioned video game numbers, so you're 100% right. If you can get him out here, because remember, he's playing on rookie mode. If you can get him out here, that's pretty good.
0 for 1 with a ground out to short. Yarborough still gingerly working on that right ankle, but he digs back in to the batter's box. Righty on righty action with a runner on third. The 0-2 pitch fouled off to the right side and into the parking lot.
He's just trying to get it elevated as much as he can.
Yarborough played his collegiate ball this past season at Charleston Southern. Just 9 games for the Buccaneers. Batted .273 there. And an 0-2 battle with Evan Allwine, who likes the signal that Caffarillo gives him. Fires the 0-2 pitch into the dirt. Nice glove by Caffarillo to save a run as Frankie Clark stands menacingly at third base, 90 feet away from giving the Lumberjacks their first run of the contest.
We mentioned how Caffarillo has really solidified himself as catcher number 1 in the rotation. Well, that right there, big-time block.
The 1-2 offering from Allwine. Fouled back by Yarborough. Still walking gingerly in some serious pain. He's doubled over right now feeling the back of his left leg with his bat. So now both legs in a little bit of pain for the DH today of the Covington Lumberjacks. 1-2 count. Yarborough staying alive for the time being. Here's the pitch. Down low and away at the shoes of Yarborough.
It's a good waste pitch right there. He was trying to make him fish in the dirt. He's been fouling off everything, so you're trying to put it out of reach if he's in a swing now mode. It's 2-2 now. You have a couple of options. You can go fastball high and hope he misses, but he can elevate it and get a sac fly, or you can keep going back down low. And 2 shakeoffs there.
1 out and a runner on third. The 2-2, swing and a miss, but it misses the glove of Caffarillo again. It was in there, then it popped out and rolled about 10 feet onto the grass.
Oh, that was a great slider on the outside. I wonder what Caff called for earlier. You saw Allwine shake him off twice, and then nod. But a lot of times, that might not even, be doing anything. Sometimes you do that just for fun to mess with the batter and think that you're indecisive and then go and pitch it immediately.
Still a 2-2 count to Cross Yarborough. Here's the pitch from Allwine. This time, Caffarillo gloves the swing and a miss. 2 gone, bottom of the 4th, and a runner on third for Covington. Sox still ahead, 2-0.
What a battle. That is just an unbelievable game inside the game, and this is what makes baseball so special. That is 2 great players going up against each other and an at-bat that just doesn't end, and the pitcher ends up winning with the off-speed, just spinning the ball.
Easily one of Allwine's better outings so far. First pitch to Darius Brown. He taps foul down the third base line. Someone in the Tom Sox dugout trying to glove it with their bare hand.
Was it Randy?
No, it was not Randy. Someone in a gray shirt, so I don't have a number to locate. Kaioki ends up picking it up over by the dugout. The 0-1 pitch with a runner on third. Fastball down low and away at the shins of Darius Brown. 1 ball and a strike with 2 outs and the Sox ahead by 2.
I know I mentioned shaking off earlier. You can shake off as many times as you want and then pitch immediately to try and fool the batter, and that's what Allwine did.
Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss from Darius Brown. A foul tip into the glove of Caffarillo. We've seen that a lot. A lot of foul tips that Caffarillo has been either close to gloving or gloved.
Yeah, he spins the ball so well, and his off-speed, it looks hittable until it isn't, so everybody's just trying to get a piece of it.
Allwine kicks, fires the 1-2, swing and a miss! But it was again, the ball just cannot stay in the glove. It's getting me every time.
Yeah, I think he got a little shaken up there, or maybe some dirt in the eyes. Umpire's gonna dust off the plate, give a little bit of time to the batter and the hitter. Very veteran move by Robert. Is that Roop? Did I write down Roop?
Roop. Yep.
Roop? Okay, just making sure. My handwriting's really bad, so I wasn't sure.
Still a 1-2 count for Allwine to work with. Darius Brown digging into the righty's batter's box. Frankie Clark has been on third base for an eternity. 2 outs, the 1-2. Breaking ball, catches the outside edge. That's strike 3, and that's the 4th inning. Sox still ahead by 2.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer. Join Tom Sox players and coaches in our annual summer camps. It's a chance for kids ages 6 to 12 to learn from the past, present, and future of baseball.
Sorry, I accidentally played a comm radio ad.
9-1-2 due up for the Sox. It's Bryce Neely, Xavier McCory, and Grayson McCollum that will dig into the batter's box at Casey Field. Sox still ahead 2-0. Top of the 5th coming up right now. As Bryce Neely 0 for 1 today, a fly out, hard hit ball to center field that was made a catch by Pardo out there. First pitch from Course into the dirt, ball 1. He's still out there. This now his 5th inning of work if he were to complete it.
I think he's done a tremendous job tonight, and I know he has those 2 runs against him, but I really think he's settled into this game, and he's pitching really well for a lot of control issues that we gave him early on.
Here's the 1-0, swing and a miss by Neely. Took a hefty hack at it, but missed it all.
I think it was a little hard on him in the first 2 innings after seeing the control issues. I think he's matured, and he's settled down. This is a big game for them. A really big game for Covington. They need as many wins as they can get.
The 1-1 pitch to Neely, swing and a miss again. He's really trying to get it all, but as you said, as the count moves to 1-2, Covington 6-14 coming into today. The Tom Sox 9-11. Sox are in that playoff spot as of now, so a win for them is even more important. They want to get ahead of Harrisonburg in those games back scenario.
You'd prefer home advantage if you can get it.
The 1-2, Neely swing and a miss. That's strike 3. And that's the first out of the 5th.
And I do like your point that, yeah, the Sox are trying to move up. I think mentally, because of how bad the first half of the, well, not first half, but the first 10 games of the season were, you're just happy to make the playoffs. But if you can somehow, some way, get a home game, a home series, because it's a series, that would be huge. Whether it's getting the 3 seed and then you end up playing the 4 seed in the semis.
First pitch to McCory, takes it inside at the belt, 1-0.
Or maybe you steal the 2 seed from Stanton. The Sox are winning the series against the Braves so far. If they can keep that up, they'll clinch the tiebreaker.
Sox started the season 0-7. Since then, they are 9-4. They've been on an absolute tear through the VBL. The 1-0 from Course to McCory, down low at the shoes, 2-0.
And you just knew it was going to happen. I mean, this program and this standard is so high, rightfully so, for this team. And all the years, the Tom Sox have only been in the VBL for 11 years, and it should be sky high.
The 2-0 from Course. McCory takes it again inside and low again at the shoes. 3-0 for Xavier McCory, the second batter of the inning. Neely struck out in the first at that. There's 1 gone. Sox ahead by 2 in the top of the 5th. Here's the 3-0 from Course. Breaking ball, catches the outside edge at the belt.
You know, Charlottesville Tom Sox kind of remind me of the Vegas Golden Knights. Immediate success, you're in a big market, and you can use that to promote your team. And while Vegas has only won 1 Stanley Cup and the Charlottesville Tom Sox have won 4 championships, it's still immediate success.
The 3-1 to McCory. Fouled backwards on the left side. Full count coming up for the Liberty Flame. But as you mentioned, the Sox 4 VBL championships in 11 seasons. This is their 11th season, so in 10 seasons, and also 3 runner-ups. So they've made the championship 7 of the 10 seasons that they've been in the Valley Baseball League. It's an incredible record as McCory, the lefty, digs in, waves his bat around, waiting for the full count pitch. Here it is. Line hard into right field. Going back is Brown, and he makes the catch at the warning track. Xavier McCory tattooed that ball, but it's not enough. Darius Brown over in right field, able to make the grab.
I thought for a second he got under it just enough to get it out, and then I saw the ball dying. It didn't get a lot of backspin on it, and I saw the right fielder, Brown, ranging back. I thought I had a chance, and you were right there with me. It was very close, but it just died down. I'm looking for a flag. I'm trying to see where the wind is blowing, but I don't see any flags.
Not a ton of wind out here in Covington as McCollum digs in. First pitch fouls backwards way high in the sky. It's out of play. 0-1.
Really interesting point that I actually just made. Where is the flag? Oh, there it is. I was blocked by the pole. Yeah, you're right. There is completely no wind at all.
Course gets his sign. Comes set, fires the 0-1. Upstairs and inside. McCollum had to kind of get out of the way. 1-1. And as we're talking about the standings, the schedules, the Sox have 2 big games at home on Saturday and Sunday, both against South Division teams. As the 1-1 pitch comes in, McCollum skies it high in the air, right center field. Darius Brown going to his right, makes the catch, and that's the top of the 5th. Sox still ahead 2-0. I'll hand over play-by-play duties to Matt Becker for the remainder of the ball game.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action.
We welcome you back to KC Field. Matt Becker, thank you, Landon Weaver, for handing it off. You were phenomenal as we get set for the bottom of the 5th. A reminder, the Tom Sox are on the road, so they are not batting. It will be the Covington Lumberjacks in their, I guess, home blues. I've seen them wear multiple different jerseys, so we'll call this the home blues, as Evan Allwine still on the mound for the Tom Sox, and Kelvin Pereira as he fouls that one off to the left side on the first pitch, 0-1. So I know I asked you this while it was a little weird because I asked you this while I was on color, and it's a really color-oriented question. Evan Allwine, this is what you saw last year. You're able to see how special he is as he fires the 0-1 pitch for a ball.
Yeah, Allwine has been nothing short of incredible today. He's really looking like the 2025 Allwine, and it's kind of poetic that he's doing it here. This was where he got injured and ended his 2025 campaign last year.
1-1 is waved on a miss by Pereira. And you know what? That's a really good point. I think that sometimes slaying the demons could make you even better.
Yeah. I know myself and a couple of interns that were on the staff last year were worried about him coming back.
1-2. That one's looped into center field, charging's Neely, but so is McCory. He makes the catch right on the edge of the outfield grass for the first out. And you guys had a right to be worried because this place has kind of haunted him.
Yeah, especially when it's somewhere that, ended your season. You're having a really good year. It's kind of ominous coming back into this place, but he's taken it in stride and he's delivered 4 1/3 of really, really good pitching. Hopefully he can go even further.
George Pardo takes the first pitch for a called strike at the knees. The center fielder, he's 0 for 1 tonight. And, yeah, 1 hit so far to Allwine. That'll stand as we don't think there'll be any scoring changes. So no-hitter for Allwine as he kicks and fires a loopy-looking slider 81 into the other batter's box. The righty, George Pardo, steps in. As we mentioned, flew out to right field his first time up. And yeah, really impressed by Allwine. You guys were hyping him up to me, and this is what I was expecting. The 1-1 with 1 out. Oh, sorted him with the breaking ball down in the dirt at 79 miles per hour.
Like he took the pitching wedge at that one.
You're going golfing soon, I think you told me.
Yeah. Yes, I am.
1-2 with 1 out. Oh, that one just missed. Breaking ball at 81. On the outside corner to Pardo, no avail. So now 2-2, and umpire putting his hands up to the dugout as pitching coach Will Pearson begs to differ with that call. Allwine shakes off his catcher, kicks and fires. The 2-2. Nubbed in the air to right center field. McCory charging back, so is Lansness in the outfield. He makes the catch for the second out.
Good communication. We saw what happened last time when I believe it was Neely and McCory came together. They bumped gloves, the ball scored it away, and it was able to log a single for the Lumberjacks that time. Better communication and another out.
Now it's Jacob Levick. He's 0 for 1 with a 6-3 put out by Chase Jackson at shortstop today to Luke Craddock. Now 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Nobody on base. The first pitch from Allwine is high ball 1, 79-mile-per-hour breaking ball that missed. Now, you did mention that you play golf. Do you happen to know your handicap?
I'm really bad. I barely keep score. I just go out and, if I can make contact on a ball, one good piece of contact every time, every hole.
The 1-0 is down low for ball 2. They'll check the swing. No avail from the first base umpire.
Yeah, if I can have a good hit on maybe a hole, one good hit on each hole, I'm pretty satisfied, and it's getting better. My irons are just really bad.
If I told you my handicap was 10, would you believe me?
Maybe, yeah.
The 2-0 missed outside. It isn't 10, so good for you for not believing me. It's actually 17, which is not bad. Shooting around 95, around there, trying to break 100 consistently. The 3-0 from Allwine, kicks and fires. Fastball inside, called strike at 86 miles per hour.
Yeah, Allwine's really been good with that fastball. He's locating it in spots where the hitters are getting greedy as well, and that's what's really put Covington in a hole today, and then he'll fully with the breaking ball.
The 3-1 with 2 outs. Called strike on the outside corner. Levick was already walking towards first base. He has to be sent back. Now 3-2 with 2 outs, a 2-0 Tom Sox lead. They have 1 hit in the game, so do the Lumberjacks. 2 errors to the Tom Sox, and they were able to escape out of those innings. Here's the payoff pitch from Allwine. He fires, hit to the left side. Jackson gloves it, moving to his other side. Throws to first. It's nowhere near the bag. It was a really tough play. It'll most likely be ruled an infield single.
It's a really good at-bat by Allwine, though, and as well as Levick. He was patient. Allwine was getting into a groove as the at-bat carried on, but I like the location of that one. Levick just got enough of his bat on it.
So there would have gone the no-hitter if the other one was ruled an error. So everything evens out. Nobody can complain anymore. And that was a really good play by Chase Jackson, ranging to his right to even get that throw off. Unfortunately, that's such a hard play to make. So now it'll be Mason Reed, the third baseman. He's 0 for 1 with a runner at first. Allwine kicks, fires, fastball top of the zone for ball 1. Chase Jackson getting the nod at shortstop today as Will Yao will take the day off. How have you liked him so far today?
Jackson, every time he plays shortstop, there's a throw over to first, no tag. Every time he plays shortstop or second base, I think he gets better every outing, as well as his plate discipline. I feel like every outing he's really improved, and That's a good sign. It's what you want to see in Summer League.
We saw his first throw of the game be an error, and then after that, he just kept throwing the ball to first on a line. The 1-0 is high for ball 2 with a runner at first. The runner at first is Levick, and I think it's a maturity thing. He seems to always, maybe his first at-bat is Will Pearson will come out of the dugout, the pitching coach for the Tom Sox, to have a word with Allwine. We've noticed earlier in the season his at-bats were kind of ugly, and then sometimes we'd see him bunt for a hit. Now he looks more mature. So now, when he gets moved to shortstop, first throw, kind of ugly, and the ones after that, on a line.
Mm-hmm. It just kind of takes him a little bit to figure things out, but he's figuring things out quicker and earlier into the contest, whereas we've seen him have some rough games. But that's the thing about Summer League. You get to learn and you get to play again the next day and take what you learned from the game before and apply it to the game the next day, and it's really helped him out. And he's getting along with the players. The players get along. He's one of the nicest guys you'll meet.
Yes, he is. He really is just fantastic. And you mentioned that you get to do it all again the next day, and that's a famous phrase that I brought up to Brian Portney. This is Brian Portney, our broadcaster and intern. It's his first time working summer baseball. I luckily got to do it last year. So he asked me, how is summer ball? What should I expect? And I said, get ready to do it all again the next day. And we live together, so every time we walk into the door after a long night, you know what he says to me? He goes, guess what? We get to do it all again tomorrow. Allwine in a 2-0 count. Fires. Called strike, facing Mason Reed at the plate as we reset here. Mason Reed 0 for 1.
Well, whatever Pearson just told Allwine, it worked. That first pitch was beautiful out of the timeout.
It absolutely was. Allwine gets the sign. Behind in the count 2-1 with 2 outs. Kicks, fires. Fastball to the left side, foul. 85 miles per hour. It is the righty Mason Reed, the third baseman. A lot of dirt on the pants. White pants for the Lumberjacks. So dirt's going to show up more. Allwine checks over, looking at first. Now gets his sign. And he'll check over the runner at first. Now a good time to mention unlimited checkovers. I like to say that every broadcast because everyone's used to the MLB rules now. It's 2 disengagements and then it's a balk. And not here. The 2-2 with 2 outs and a runner. He steals, kicks and fires. It's a ball, and Caffarillo dropped the ball. So it'll be a stolen base for Levick. We got a really good lead. And now the count's full.
We've seen that a bunch today from Caffarillo, just not able to put the final squeeze on the baseball, and it's resulted in some extended at-bats as well.
Here's the payoff pitch from Evan Allwine to Mason Reed. With a runner at second and 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. He kicks, he fires, breaking ball called strike 3 on the outside corner at 78 miles per hour. Evan Allwine pitching an absolute gem. He's on cruise control, and he strands the runner at second. We'll be back for the top of the 6th in just a moment.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action.
New pitcher on the mound as we enter the top of the 6th here. Tom Sox getting ready to hit. It'll be DeAndre Jones, but let's take a look at what Nick Korse did throughout 5 innings. He had 1 hit, 2 runs, 2 of them earned, 5 walks, and 4 strikeouts on 81 total pitches. And now DeAndre Jones, who you have an interesting stat on, I guess we all do, is he's a utility player.
Yeah, he pitches and he bats sometimes. So as a pitcher, he's appeared in 7 games for the Lumberjacks this season, a 3.14 ERA. I guess you could call it a pie. ERA, 17 strikeouts to 13 walks, and a 1.47 whip. He's also a lefty out of Lynn University in Pearland, Texas. But as a batter, looking to try and find his stats. I don't believe I actually have his stats.
I have it at
there you go.
267 on the season, and 4 games started, 14 games played, 15 at-bats. He has 4 hits. Does he have a home run? No, he does not.
So he can do it all.
He can do it all. Tommy Lansness will lead things off for the Tom Sox. The lefty steps into the batter's box. 0 for 1 on the night with a walk, and then he got called out on an interference as the first pitch is a ball to make it 1-0. It was an interference on Caden Combs while Lansness was trying to steal second. They claimed he didn't get out of the batter's box in time, and he interfered with the catcher, Pereira. Jones kicks, fires, fastball called strike on the outside corner, now 1-1.
Right now, if you're the Sox, you want to attack the new pitcher. It's fresh blood, and you're already ahead 2-0, so why not tack on more early on to Jones's outing?
The 1-1 from the lefty is a fastball that missed low, now 2-1. One thing that's important to note here is Randy Tomlin, who was a pitcher in the MLB, he throws BP a lot of times to these players. He's a lefty, so they're seeing both sides with different pitching coaches, and a lot of times Randy is the one throwing it. The 2-1 from the lefty Jones. Swing and a miss, an ugly hack from Tommy Lansness. A come-and-get-me fastball at 86 miles per hour on the inner half of the plate.
And Tomlin's story is pretty cool. The first ever outing for him in the pros, the major league, he went a complete game. Phenomenal. Not many players can say that.
The 2-2 just missed outside. Well, it's so rare to see a complete game nowadays. Alcantara's really the only one who's able to muster through that, and I guess you can throw the Brewers' young pitcher in there as well, and Mizorowski.
How about Lucas Cash?
Yeah, 3-2 pitch. That one's hit to the left side in the infield. Stevens, the shortstop, picks up, throws to first in time for the first out on Lansness, the 6-3 putout.
Yeah, Lansness, that ball actually gave himself a chance to get to first. It was softly hit, took a bounce before hitting the shortstop Stevens, but he's good enough over at that position to make the throw over to first.
Yeah, he put some spin on that, and that gave everybody a second to breathe, but it also gave Stevens a second to survey how fast he was running and throw an absolute strike. So now it'll be Caden Combs, 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored in the first inning. The lefty fires. First pitch is a ball on the outer half of the plate at 86 miles per hour. It'll be a same-side matchup as there's a lefty on the mound in Jones and a righty, Caden Combs. This will favor the hitter. The 1-0 with 1 out. Breaking ball and a ball at 79 miles per hour on the inside. Caden Combs, we know he's been very disciplined at the plate, but we also know what he's capable of, and it looks like everybody's just waiting for it. The 2-0. Combs hits one high in the air, going towards the outfield. Clark, the second baseman's there. So is the right fielder, Brown. He charges in to make the catch for the second out.
It was a late charge by Brown as well. Frankie Clark was there at second base, but at the very last moment told Brown that he wanted him to catch it, and Brown had to really turn on the gear and run hard. He caught it basically where the infield dirt meets the outfield grass.
So now it's Dom Caffarillo. He's also a righty, so another same-side matchup. 0 for 1 tonight with a walk in the first inning. And 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. First pitch, breaking ball. Called strike, 78 miles per hour. Tom Sox up 2-0. 2 outs here. 0-1 count. Jones gets the sign, kicks, fires. Swing and a miss from Caffarillo. A breaking ball, and he's behind 0-2. Jones waiting patiently for Caffarillo to get back into the box. He does. Jones fires. Now one dips down low at 78. Now 1-2. Dom Caffarolo, Charlottesville native, and today's starting catcher. The righty in the box, the lefty throws, fastball tipped into the mitt, called strike three.
Strike three.
And that'll do it for the top of the sixth. We step aside for the bottom of the sixth. Tom Sock still up 2-0.
Lumberjacks.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer. Join Tom Sox players and coaches in our annual summer camp.
Bottom half of the sixth.
Welcome back to Casey Field in Covington, Virginia. The Tom Sox up 2-0. We enter the bottom of the sixth, and the Covington Lumberjacks coming to bat. It'll be the bottom of the lineup, 9-1, then 2. Emery Stevens, the shortstop, the righty leading things off. Evan Allwine still in the game, pitching an absolute gem. As the first pitch is a bunt down the left side, and it'll go just foul. We're currently getting cooled off by two of our amazing interns behind us. This is just fantastic.
Yeah, this is going to show up on the Covington broadcast.
Are those
sure.
Tom Sox? Yes, they're the Tom Sox fans.
Hey, make
no,
sure,
not actual people. They're actual fans.
Make sure to get them at the merch tent as well. We're selling some.
I actually
down in
might
the merch
need
tent
to.
this weekend, Saturday, Sunday, 2 home games. Make sure to go get your Tom Sox misting fans.
Getting it all over my scorebook. Here's the 0-1 to Emery Stevens with Allwine still on the mound. Breaking ball, called strike at 78 miles per hour. That one catches the outer half of the zone. Thank you guys for stopping by the way. Hope you're having fun over there. 0-2 count. Nobody on base. Leading things off, Emery Stevens. Allwine, the righty, kicks, fires, deals, swing and a miss. Emery Stevens goes down swinging for the first out.
Number one. The lineup rolls over.
Allwine is pitching incredible right now. There's no other way to say it. He's unplayable.
He's trying to slay the demons. That is the goal. As now it'll be Frankie Clark here with 1 out in the bottom of the sixth. First pitch is a called strike. That one looked a little bit low. What'd you see, Landon?
I saw it clip that bottom half. I think that was the right call. We've seen a couple of those not called today, but Allwine's pitching really well right now, so the second one misses outside. I think he's getting the benefit of the doubt.
So now a 1-1 count as Frankie Clark is 1 for 2. Reached on a single. It was the first hit of the game in the first inning. The 1-1, Allwine kicks, fires, and the breaking ball misses at 77. Will Pearson, the pitching coach in the dugout, asking where that one missed. So chatter from both dugouts. Allwine kicks, fires, delivers to Clark. It's chopped to the left side and foul. So now it's 2-2 with 1 out. Coming across 8:34 Eastern on the East Coast. Game started just around 7 o'clock. I think the first pitch you said was 7:04.
7:01.
7:01. Wow, right on the dot. Here's the 2-2. Kicks, fires, chopped to the left side. And miscommunication, throws to first in time. McCollum and Jackson both went for the ball, and McCollum, the third baseman, picked it up and threw a strike to Craddock for the second out.
Well,
he's lucky it worked out for him, McCollum, because Jackson came in, looked like a routine 6-3 putout, but I guess McCollum thought he had a better angle on it, and luckily he made the play, and it looked pretty seamless, but nonetheless, you'd like a little more communication, a little more vocals.
Yeah, I just looked at the replay, and I do think McCollum had a better play, but yes, you want the vocals, and that'll be something that we ask our interns. First pitch is a called strike that are down there. It's Chris Carroll, the number 2 hitter in the lineup, the left fielder. He's a righty, and he's 0 for 2 tonight as he steps into an 0-1 count with 2 outs here. Allwine delivers, fires, breaking ball, called strike at the top of the zone, 79 miles per hour, and he's ahead 0-2.
Carroll's also shedded that pink arm sleeve that he was donning for the first few innings.
Here is the 0-2. Allwine kicks, fires. That one's hit to left field. Coming on over is Ream. He makes the grab in shallow left field to retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning. And back to the dugout go the Tom Sox. They come to bat for the top of the 7th.
You're Covington.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action.
We welcome you back to KZ Field. Tom Sox coming to bat here in the top of the 7th. Chase Jackson, who is 1 for 1 with a walk. He's going to bat here in the top of the 7th. It'll be Jackson, Ream, then Craddock. And still on the mound is DeAndre Jones, the lefty, for Covington. Jones gets set. Glove to his chest, he kicks and fires. First pitch sails up and over the glove of Pereira behind the plate at 86 miles per hour for ball 1. It's a gorgeous night here. It's perfect baseball weather. It's not too hot. A little bit of an overcast, as Landon mentioned earlier. Jones kicks, fires. That one spiked in the dirt. Now it's 2-0, and wow, Chase Jackson's just such a great guy. He got out of the box, picked up the ball, gave it back to the umpire. Not a lot of players do that. Here's the 2-0. Kicks, fires. That one is outside. Now 3-0. Jackson walked in the first inning, made it to second base, and then was out on a fielder's choice in the 4th.
Jones a lot less control than Course.
The 3-0. That one misses low for ball 4. The second walk of the day for Jackson, and the Tom Sox just keep on walking. That is the 5th walk of the game.
Quick math there.
Pretty good. Yeah. Well, you know, I write my walks in green, and I forgot to do it on the McCollum walk for the first walk of the game in the first inning, so I had to quickly hesitate and make sure my eyes weren't deceiving me. So now it's Lucas Ream. He's 0 for 2, looking to get his first hit of the game. And he's going to square to bunt. That ball gets away, and to second goes Jackson. He makes the turn. He's looking. He is going to stop halfway and retreat back to second. It'll be a wild pitch that sends Jackson to second.
I think he could have had third, but smart enough to just say, hey, I'm already in scoring position. I know I've got a guy that can bring me home in Lucas Ream. Might as well just stay put and save the out for later.
Didn't play last game in Lucas Ream. From Shippensburg U and Carlisle, Pennsylvania. He's a finance major. There goes Jackson. Here's the pitch, a called strike, and Jackson makes it in easily to third with no throw. He took such a big jump, and Jones on the mound was just baffled and just had to deliver the pitch. He didn't even see it coming.
Yeah, Jackson started running, and Jones had no clue. I think they were a little bit bamboozled.
The next pitch is swung on and missed into the back of the mitt.
You wouldn't expect somebody to steal that aggressively right after a wild pitch. I think that's where Jackson got him. Very smart play by the shortstop.
Now a 1-2 from Jones as he gets the sign with Ream at the plate and a runner on third. Jones, he kicks, fires, delivers, swung on and missed. An ugly swing from Lucas Ream as he went fishing there for the first out.
Strikeout number 2 for DeAndre Jones.
That is the 6th strikeout of the game to Tom Sox hitting. And now Luke Craddock as, well, here's a good spot for him. He's going to look to get the ball in the air to bring Jackson home, but we know what he can do with the power. Here's Jones. He kicks and fires. That one is high for ball 1. So anything that Craddock elevates, to be quite frank, has a chance to go out.
Yeah, Craddock really has some pop on the bat. It is getting a little bit cooler in Covington, so the air is a little harder to pierce through. The
1-0 is swung on and missed by Craddock as a 86-mile-per-hour fastball on the outer half of the plate is missed. Now it's 1-1. The speedy Chase Jackson at third, ready to tag up if needed. Jones, quick pitching. He fires as Craddock fouls that one off, and now quickly down in the count 1-2. And Jones really needs a strikeout, and Craddock might give it to him. This is a big run that you have to cash in. It was a leadoff walk and a wild pitch and a steal. Jones, glove to his chest now. He kicks and delivers. Fastball, that one high, outside of the zone, now 2-2. Landon, how imperative is it for the Sox to bring home this insurance run, only up 2-0 with one hit?
It is imperative. You want to get a lead that is maybe 5 or 6-0.
The 2-2. Swing and a miss and a big-time strikeout by Jones.
You want to get to that 5 or 6 run advantage because then one swing, it hurts, but it doesn't kill you. And with a 3 or a 4-0 lead, even a 2-0 lead, one swing can put you in a deficit.
With a runner at third and Chase Jackson and nobody out, back-to-back strikeouts for Jones gives him an escape route in this inning. And now it'll be Bryce Neely. Jones, quick pitching, he fires, and that one just missed outside at 86.
We know Neely has big bat power. He's one of the only Sox to record a single, double, triple, and home run this season. I believe, yeah, he's actually the only Sox to do that.
The 1-0 is a fastball floated in at 84, 83 miles per hour, pardon me. Now it's 1-1.
Will Yao, the only other Sox to record a triple.
Take a look at Jackson. He was flying down the line trying to force a balk. The 1-1, wave and a miss now, strike 2, and Jones really has a chance to get out of this inning. He walked the leadoff man and then advanced on a wild pitch and a steal to third with nobody out. Jones gets his sign. He delivers to Neely. The 1-2 is fouled back. We'll do it again.
Neely batting 172, 6 RBIs on the season. A big opportunity to tack on another. Jackson waiting 90 feet away.
Here is the 1-2. Jones delivers. Fastball outside. Walking off the mound was Jones. He thought he had it at 87 miles per hour. Umpire puts his right hand up, says knock it off to the dugout after they were giving him some feedback on where they thought that pitch missed. The 2-2, Jones does it again. Fires, fastball, called strike 3, and 3 straight strikeouts for Jones. Strands the leadoff runner at third and Chase Jackson, and it's a missed opportunity for the Tom Sox to get the insurance one. We'll break that down. It is stretch time here, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today as a 501c3 nonprofit.
Welcome back. Evan Allwine still on the mound. We are in the bottom of the 7th as it is stretch time here at Casey Field. But Landon, let's talk about that last half inning. You walk the leadoff guy. You let him get to second on a wild pitch. He steals third, and with nobody out, you go down in order with 3 straight strikeouts.
Yeah, Sox were really searching for pitches and just taking big, hefty swings at it when really you find one that maybe you don't feel super confident in, but you put it deep enough where Jackson, he's very fast. He can tag up from spots that aren't as deep as maybe normal players would, and they unfortunately could not tack on insurance.
Cross Yarborough at the plate as the first pitch is fouled back. Allwine with 83 pitches after that one, and we are standing here in the bottom of the 7th inning, and still in this game. We just saw Lucas Cash throw a complete 7-inning shutout. It's so rare to see complete games in summer ball, let alone complete game shutouts. Yarborough, the righty at the plate. Allwine, the righty at the bump. He fires breaking ball outside, and now it's 1-1. But going back to that point that you made, it seemed like the Tom Sox, they didn't keep it simple that inning.
Yeah, they were taking too greedy of hacks.
1-1 misses.
In my opinion, and that is not a recipe for success. Chase Jackson was really the smartest one in that inning, getting around on the wild pitch, stealing when no one expected him to steal, and then from that you'd think that the momentum would carry to the batters. It just didn't.
The 2-1 of Yarborough is 0 for 2 today, is cut on and missed for strike 2, now 2-2. A strikeout to Yarborough and a 6-3 putout. He's the best hitter on this team by far, and the Tom Sox so far have kept him in arms. The 2-2, Allwine, he delivers, is fouled back to the right side. Any day's a good day if you can get Cross Yarborough to have an offer at the plate, but you do need more runs. 2-0, you can win a game that way, but it's rare in the VBL, and you're really going to have to fight tooth and nail. It's kind of a blue-collar game.
It is, especially in a blue-collar town like Covington.
Absolutely. The 2-2 is fouled back. You got to fight tooth and nail. And Covington won yesterday's game. They helped out the Tom Sox. They had a win against the Harrisonburg Turks, which knocked them out of 4th place, put the Tom Sox in 4th. That is a playoff spot. The top 4 teams in each division move on to the playoffs. The 2-2 from Allwine. Breaking ball missed high at 79. Just didn't get the drop on it.
Right now the Turks down 4-0 at home against the Waynesboro Generals. That's in the bottom of the 5th. So if these results were to hold, the Sox would emerge a game ahead.
Payoff pitch, swing and a miss. A big strikeout from Allwine against the best hitter that the Covington Lumberjacks have to offer. That's strikeout number 7 on the day.
Allwine, man, I mean, he is incredible right now. Fastball, breaking ball, curveball, whatever, man. It doesn't matter for these Lumberjack hitters. They're missing.
You mentioned Waynesboro on top as Darius Brown, the righty, stands into the batter's box and faces Allwine. With 1 out, the first pitch, he bunts it down. Caffarel, the catcher, throws to first in time for the 2nd out, the 2-3 put out. And now 2 outs in the inning. You mentioned the Waynesboro Generals as Kelvin Pereira, the catcher, comes up to the plate. Boy, what a story they have been. They are first in the division. They're taking the league by storm, and they're playing some really good baseball out of nowhere.
Yeah, best record in the league at 15-5 coming into today. And the next best, at least in the north, The top 2 records in the league are in the South Division.
Allwine fires. First pitch is a ball at 79, breaking ball. Kelvin Pereira, the catcher, 0 for 2, steps up to the plate. And it's really impressive to see. Waynesboro, we have some friends over there from Penn State, and that team is just cruising. The 1-0 is a breaking ball, called strike at the knees, 1-1.
You think back to last year, Waynesboro was bottom of the barrel. They were one of the worst teams in the entire Valley Baseball League. Second worst behind 10-27 Newmarket, Waynesboro 11-26.
The 1-1 slap foul.
So now they've already exceeded their win total from last year in the first 20 games of the year. The Sox took it to them a couple times and eventually knocked them out in the playoffs in that 3-6 battle. But it's an incredible turnaround, and some new staff up there in Waynesboro, and they're really doing well.
Here is the 1-2 from Allwine. Trying to get out of the bottom of the 7th. He delivers inside. Backed off Pereira from the plate at 88 miles per hour. Now the count is even at 2-2 with 2 outs. Allwine gets his sign, glove to his chest. He delivers. On the way, it's grounded to the left side, picked up by McCollum at third, steps, fires, throws to first, in time to retire the side. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Allwine. He's gone 7 strong. We go to the top of the 8th. Tom Sox up 2-0.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer. Join Tom Sox players and coaches in our annual summer camps. It's a chance for kids.
Welcome back to Covington, Virginia. Around 20 minutes from West Virginia. State lines as the Tom Sox up 2-0. Evan Allwine is having an unbelievable game slaying the Demons, but the Tom Sox offense, they owe it to him to put up more than 2 runs. We're here in the top of the 8th, and Xavier McCory leading things off. He's also the top of the lineup, and he is currently 0 for 3.
Yeah, McCory just hasn't had it going for him as of late, but we know what he's capable of, and maybe that can shine right now.
First pitch, he squares to bunt. It's spiked, and now 1-0.
McCory against DeAndre Jones, who has not had the control that he would have wanted. McCory, a batter that he has a really quick swing. He can take advantage of a hanging fastball or a hanging slider.
The 1-0 is Jones, the lefty, still on the mound, kicks, fires. That one's hit in the air to center field. Pardo, the center fielder, goes back. He lost it in the light for a second, and then he makes the one-handed grab right up against the warning track. He had to go a long way to get that one.
2 really hard-hit balls from McCory today, one to right, and that one to center field. He's getting the contact he'd want, but we've seen him be more of a small ball kind of guy early on in the season.
Here's Grayson McCollum, 0 for 2. He walked in the first inning and came around to score. Jones kicks, fires, that one fouled off. The Tom Sox only have 1 hit. They're up 2-0. It's been a scrappy type game, and you know what, Landon? If the score holds and the hits hold, I think you can go home happy because these are the games, and tell me if I'm wrong, as the 0-1, is inside for ball one. These are the games that great teams win. The good teams might lose these games. The great teams come away with a win here.
Yeah, even when your offense isn't firing, it's the defense that's really been remarkable today.
It's a pesky game. The 1-1 is swaved and missed 80 miles per hour at an off-speed pitch that floated over the plate, and McCollum knows that he missed it. He walked out of the batter's box shaking his head, and now it's 1-2 with one out.
You'd also be happy because it's a win.
That is also true. The 1-2, breaking ball, called strike three. That was a hanger right down the middle, and McCollum just blinked at it and went window shopping there.
5 strikeouts for DeAndre Jones, who has not had his best stuff, but he's really, when it matters most, really coming into his own and making the Sox look silly in that batter's box.
The Tom Sox have 7 righty batters in the lineup. Tommy Lansness, the lefty, he stands in on the dish here. First pitch missed inside, 1-0. And you would think with having 7 righties and you put a lefty on the mound, you'd at least get more than one hit. They have no hits on Jones so far. The 1-0 is, oh my goodness, it hit Lansness in the head. It was a breaking ball at 76 miles per hour. He seems to be okay. He gets right back up to his feet. Everybody coming to check on him. Now the good news is it was a breaking ball. It was not intentional, and it's a lot slower than a fastball, and it just kind of dipped in, and it seemed to get him right square on the top of the helmet.
Yeah, Jones even looking a little bit sheepish on the mound. A little bit of an apologetic look, and you can see Jones, pounding his chest saying, that's my bad. And Lansness, he's a nice guy. He's not going to take it personally. We're glad he's okay as Tomlin and Thomas Abel return back to their spots. And now we'll get ready for the next at-bat.
Yeah, and that's what happens when you throw a breaking ball and you don't mean to hit them. That just ends up happening, and usually they're not intentional. Now it's Caden Combs. He waves and misses at the first pitch. So an 0-1 count, Caden Combs. He's 0 for 2 today. Came around to score in the first inning after a walk. At first is Tommy Lansness. He leads, an 0-1 count with 2 outs. And Combs hits one in the air down the right field line. Brown going towards the line. He makes the catch for the third out. You'll rule that an F9 if you're keeping score at home. That's 2 straight F9s and back-to-back at-bats for Caden Combs. And we head to the bottom of the 8th. We'll keep an eye. Is Evan Allwine coming back out, or will there be a pitching change? Stay tuned.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action.
Anthony Mancini takes the mound for the Tom Sox. Let's talk about Evan Allwine, his final line. Are you ready for this? Buckle up. 7 innings pitched, 2 hits, no runs, no earned runs, no walks, and 7 strikeouts. Just a phenomenal outing, and you can even argue for 1 hit if you want to rule the one in center field an error. Nonetheless, it doesn't matter.
It's storybook to how the Sox pitching staff has been playing as of late. You get a complete game from Cash. Tallman does what he did last night, 5 strikeouts and 6 batters to end the game early. And then you have Evan Allwine coming back to a place that marred his Tom Sox career, ended it early last season. to come back, pitch 7 full innings, 7 strikeouts, and no runs, no walks either. Phenomenal from the man out of Pasco Hernando State College.
It'll be George Pardo, the center fielder, and a righty stepping into the box to face Anthony Mancini, a righty of his own. The first pitch is outside ball 1, and Landon has more on Mancini.
Yeah, Mancini out of Bayonne, New Jersey. He's pitched in a few games so far this season for the Sox, 5 to be exact, a 3.12 ERA. He's a redshirt junior.
The 1-0 is a called strike at 88 miles per hour on the outer half of the zone. Now 1-1. It'll be Pardone, then Levick, then Mason Reed, and George Pardo, the center fielder, 2 F9s in the game. He's 0 for 2. The 1-1 for Mancini, that one missed down low at 87, now 2-1. And these are important innings because the Tom Sox, while they haven't hit that well, they need to make sure that it's just complete shutdown. You don't want to use any more arms. You don't want to see anybody bend or potentially break. The 2-1 offering. Mancini fires. That one is hit to left field. Going back is Ream. It's in the gap in left center. Ream picks it up. Going to second is Pardo. He'll be in there with a stand-up double. And immediately, Pardo greets Mancini with an extra base hit.
Mancini just hung one over the base of home plate, and Pardo Jr. took his bat to that one and laced it into left center. And, yeah, that's not a great way to start it off, but, you know, you've got a long way to go. Mancini is a guy that he's pitched in limited innings, 8 2/3, but he has a good strikeout rate. 10 strikeouts to just 6 walks. The
good news is the runner at second in Pardo is not the tying run. The bad news is the tying run's at the plate in Jacob Levick. He's 1 for 2 tonight with a single and a ground out. The first pitch is down low for ball 1. After Levick, it'll be Mason Reed and then Emery Stevens if it gets to him. Mason Reed and Emery Stevens are both 0 for 2 on the game with a combined 3 strikeouts. 2 for Stevens, 1 for Reed. Mancini gets the sign with Pardo leading at second and nobody out here. Tom Sox up 2-0, bottom 8. The pitch to Levick. Called strike at 88. Outside corner. A beautiful pitch, and now it's 1-1. Mancini looking at his catcher, Caffarillo. He comes set. The 1-1 offering is low, ball 2, and it looks like he's kind of spiking that 89, 88 mile per hour fastball. He's just finishing a little too low.
Yeah, I think he's really trying to erase what happened in the Pardo at-bat where he hung one, but now he's overcorrecting and starting to throw it lower into the dirt. You want to mix it up a little bit.
The 2-1 offering from Mancini to Levick is fouled back to the left side. Randy Tallman comes out of the dugout. He'll pick up that ball and give it to the umpire. So now we're even at 2-2, and it's a big pitch coming up.
That's what I was going to say. It's a big at-bat for Mancini. You either get some confidence back, get a strikeout, get an out, or you have 2 runners on, and the leading run comes up to bat.
That fastball looked to be rising for Mancini there. It seems like he possibly corrected himself. So now the count even at 2-2 with a runner at second. Mancini, he fires. It's fouled back out of play. That'll head towards the street. And here comes a car, and it misses the car.
That lawn saved. I believe that's a Hyundai Elantra.
Oh, very good eyes.
Maybe. It's just
it is, because I actually did have a Hyundai Elantra. I had a white one. Umpire's going to ask for some more baseballs here.
One of my good friends from home has that exact make,
car.
so I was able to locate it. I'm not a car guy by any stretch.
My dad is, and he taught me well, and I now have a Volkswagen Tiguan. If you see me, you can honk at me. I'm a New Yorker. I'll be annoyed if you do. Here's the 2-2 for Mancini. Runner on second. Bottom 8, 2-0 Tom Sox lead. Nobody out. Mancini pitching to Levick. Mancini kicks, fires, breaking ball down low, ball 3, 77 miles per hour. A convincing pitch, not enough to get a swing. A payoff pitch coming up here to Jacob Levick. George Pardo at second, he leads. Mancini delivers. hit to the left side, caught by McCollum on a line. The throw to second, not in time. So score it in L5 in your book, and then they check back on Pardo. He was able to make it back safely. Landon, that's great base running to be able to freeze on Pardo. You want to try and make it to third if that ball is down, but it wasn't, and he read it perfectly.
Yeah, and he didn't have enough of a lead to where he had to work back hard to get back to second. Able to dive head first. Reed now up to bat. He's now the tying run, but good work by Pardo over at second to stay put.
He's 0 for 2 tonight. The righty steps into the box. Mason Reed, the third baseman. Mancini's first pitch is fouled back on the inside of the hands of Reed. Right back at our crowd mic. Able to hear that one in your car or wherever you're listening. And if you are, we'd like to thank you for listening. Unfortunately, we're not able to provide video on the road, so we appreciate you tuning into our radio cast.
Mancini's got confidence now. He got that first out. Now what do you do with an out on the board?
He comes set, he kicks, he fires. Fastball is a ball at 88. Might have been called for a strike if Caffarillo was able to handle it, but he ended up dropping the ball while trying to frame it. And also, I think he was going to try and check back on the runner at second. And he's saying he got crossed up. So that's why, the crowd mic just does wonders for us. Caffarillo said he got crossed up, so he wasn't going to check back, and now he's going out to the mound to meet with with Mancini, and the umpires there as well. I think they're trying to pretend like this isn't a mound visit.
A lot of smiles in that trio as well, and now Roop and Caffarillo walk back in tandem.
So no mound visit. It was handled extraordinarily well by Caffarillo. You ever get crossed up? It's not fun.
I'm sure.
I haven't done it in a real game, but I've caught bullpens. Here's the 1-1 with one out and a runner at second. Mason Reed at the plate. Mancini comes set. He kicks, he fires, fastball up high, ball 2. Now 2-1. Once again, we're here in the bottom of the 8th. Matt Becker, Landon Weaver, here on Tom Sox Radio Network. The 2-1, Mancini fires. Called, strike at the knees, 88 miles per hour. Mason Reed disagrees, the dugout disagrees, but I think Mancini completely agrees.
Oh, he will every time, and I think that's the right call as well. We've seen that it's a bigger strike zone with Mason Reed, a bigger frame in the batter's box, so it gives Robert Roop a little more room to work.
The 2-2 with one out. And a disengagement as Mancini calls time. You can hear the dugout saying, do what you got to do. There's no rule for disengagements here. The 2-2 offering to Mason Reed. Mancini gets the sign, he kicks, he fires, it's popped up, foul and out of play, and it's just a great battle by these two as that one lands in the street, it bounces up, and it hits the tree in front of a house. That one would have landed on the roof of the house behind us, but the tree saved it.
It's a lot of movement by that ball. It was like a magnet to that house. It just would not leave.
And it hit directly on the street, and it bounced up like a moon ball. The 2-2, Mancini eyes down his catcher, Caffarillo. He fires and delivers to Reed. The 2-2, breaking ball nearly hit him up and inside at 73 miles per hour, and now the count runs full. So what would you throw here, Landon? You've seen the fastball, you've seen the breaking ball. It's a 3-2 pitch. What are you throwing?
I think you give some heat. You try and hit that low corner on the outside and get Reed to swing at it.
Here's the payoff pitch from Mancini. He kicks, he fires, it's a fastball low at 87, and that'll put runners at first and second.
It's really close, just needed the swing and a miss to give my prediction a fulfillment, but now you have a double play opportunity, so obviously you don't want to give up the walk, but now you have a chance to end the inning in one swing of the bat.
Caffarillo coming out to meet with Mancini. Emery Stevens is the batter. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Runners at first and second. Mason Reed at first. George Pardo at second. You mentioned the double play. It can happen anywhere now except for home. with a force out at third, second, and first. Still a meeting on the mound between three players. It's Chase Jackson, Anthony Mancini, and Dom Caffarolo, the catcher. You always think of the shortstop, whether it's your everyday shortstop or a fulfillment, as the leader of the defense, which is interesting because the shortstop was actually the last position made in the infield. That's the reason why they're called number 6.
Yeah.
Supposed to be like an outfielder, like a middle outfielder.
You always see them kind of ranging back, helping out the left and center fielders as well.
The first pitch to Emery Stevens. Mancini checks back on the runner. Now he kicks, he fires, and it's a fastball at 86. That catches all plate for a called strike.
I think we're going to see a lot that's low in the zone. You're going to try and get Stevens to nub it forward, maybe left as well. See a lot in the zone just to get that ground ball over to short.
Here is the 0-1 with one out and runners at first and second. Mancini breaking ball hit to the left side, foul, nearly went into the Tom Sox dugout.
It's like Cardone has it. Get some applause from the fans out here, and his nice glove, barehanded catch in the dugout.
So Emery Stevens, who is one strikeout away from his third strikeout of the game, is in an 0-2 hole, and now we have a discussion going on at home plate between Caffarolo and the umpire. Someone from the crowd just said, let's play ball.
That's what we've been doing for the better part of 2.5 hours.
Here is the 0-2 offering. Mancini with 2 runners on to Emery Stevens. He comes set. And he kicks and fires. It's a breaking ball that just missed high at 74. And another meeting between Caffarolo and Mancini. Was there another cross-up?
Not sure, but there seems to be a miscommunication between Caffarolo and Mancini. And Caffarolo looks to be a little bit disheveled just by body language. But, you know, he's a supportive guy. He's going to want the best out of his pitcher, giving Mancini a nice pat on the back. But there's definitely a lot more Caffarolo than there was Mancini in that conversation.
And one counted as a mound visit, so now 3 on the day for the Tom Sox. Mancini, he comes set. The 1-2 pitch is a fastball that missed outside at 88 miles per hour. And now it's 2-2. That time it looked like Caffarolo was set for the fastball, but the spot just missed. Mancini in a battle with Emery Stevens in this 8th inning with 1 out and 2 runners on. Mancini delivers, swung on and missed, strike 3. It was fouled into the back of the mitt of Caffarolo, and Stevens goes down with his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Number 37, Frankie Clark.
What a phenomenal at-bat. Took a lot of conversation between him and Caffarolo, but Mancini got it done. Now you're an out away, and you can make the play anywhere.
So now it is Frankie Clark, the leadoff hitter, with 2 outs here and 2 runners on in the bottom of the 8th, and the Tom Sox up 2-0. He is 1 for 3 today with a single. Runners go. It's a called strike. The throw to second is spiked, and both runners move safely into scoring position. So an 0-1 count now with Frankie Clark, a contact hitter, at the plate. And 2 runners in scoring position. Pardo's at third. Mason Reed's at second as they fulfill the double steal. Mancini gets the sign. And he fires. Fastball high at 88, now 1-1. The base is open. That would bring up Chris Carroll, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Mancini eyeing down Frankie Clark at the plate, a righty. The 1-1. Swung on and missed at 89. He blew it right by him. And now Mancini is 1 out away from getting out of the jam.
Big pitch. He's gained confidence every single at-bat. Expect another fastball here.
Here's the 1-2 from Mancini. He kicks. Fires, fastball fouled off to the right side.
89 that time. He's increasing velo as well.
You don't want to overthrow it, but he is just dialed in right now. He's a big, strong guy. He's got a great frame, and he towers over that mound. Mancini comes set and delivers the 1-2. He kicks, fires, fastball, hit him. It was 2 inside, it hit Frankie Clark, and now it's up to Chris Carroll.
This feels like a huge, it is a huge inning, but it's really important that the Sox, as Randy Tomlin comes on, we'll see if there's a change, maybe just a conversation.
Will be. Well, unfortunately for the Tom Sox, they already were credited with a mound visit when Cafferillo went up to have a chat with Mancini, and now Mancini will come out of the game. We'll get you the new pitcher in just a moment, but the situation is bases loaded with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th, and the Tom Sox up 2-0. Don't go anywhere.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action.
Matt Becker, Landon Weaver here on Tom Sox Radio Network as we are in the bottom of the 8th. The base is loaded. The Tom Sox are playing defense. Covington is up to bat, and the Tom Sox are only up 2-0. Asher Sabom now into the game, and Landon has more on him.
Yeah, Sabom's a guy that has gotten better with every outing that he's thrown in. Becker, 7 games, no starts for the Sox. He has a 1-1 record. 15 innings pitched, a 3.00 ERA. He had his best outing in Stanton last week. Pitched scoreless baseball, had a few strikeouts as well. He's got 13 strikeouts to 9 walks, and boy, the Sox need Sabom to come clutch right now.
He's facing Chris Carroll, who's 0-for-3 tonight. He's a righty. On the mound is Sabom. He's also a righty. The first pitch is high for ball 1. The bases are loaded. Frankie Clark at first. Mason Reed is at second, and George Pardo is at third. Sabom gets the sign, delivers to Carroll. That is a fastball at the knees at 85 for a called strike. The entire crowd and dugout disagrees, and now it's a 1-1 count. Here in the bottom of the 8th with 2 aside, the bases loaded. Sabom kicks, fires, deals. That one fouled off to the right side, and Sabom is 1 strike away from getting the Tom Sox out of this jam.
Carroll is menacingly rounding the batter's box, takes a hefty swing in a warm-up. He looks like he's angry at Sabom, angry at the world. He is 0-for-3 today.
Sabom comes set. He gets his sign from Cafferillo. With the bases loaded, he winds, he fires, and it's a breaking ball that misses low, now 2-2. Two with 2 outs. Sabom gets the sign. He delivers, and it's in the dirt. Coming to the plate is the runner from third. The throw, not in time, and they get a run back. It's George Pardo coming to the plate to make it a 2-1 game on the pass ball.
That's the first sign of blood from the Sox. The Lumberjacks finally draw some. It's a full count now with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. This is a huge pitch for Asher Sabom. And I think Carroll's getting a little carried away in this at-bat. I think the adrenaline's going to be a bit too high. Expect a big swing. It might be a swing and miss.
Everybody moved up a base, so Frankie Clark at second, and the tying run, Mason Reed, is at third. So the go-ahead run at second, a base hit, could flip this game around, and Chris Carroll at the plate. Here's the payoff pitch from Sabom. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 run comes across. The Tom Sox bend, but they don't break. Take a breath, a sigh of relief. The Sox are coming to bat in the top of the 9th. We'll be right back.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer. Join Tom Sox players and coaches in our annual summer camps. It's a chance for kids ages 6 to 12 to learn from the past, present, and future.
Welcome back to Casey Field. The Tom Sox bend, but they don't break completely. We're in the top of the 9th. It is a 2-1 lead for the Tom Sox after giving up a run in the bottom of the 8th, and it'll be Dom Caffarillo 0 for 2 with a walk leading things off for the Tom Sox.
Some notes on defense as well. Bryant Zayas now into the game at third base for the Jacks.
First pitch is a swing and a miss. The lefty Jones still on the mound. He's had a superb outing in relief after the first 2 runs came across for the Tom Sox in the first inning. They haven't scored any runs since the first inning. They haven't recorded a hit. As that one is hit in the air to deep left field, this one is at the track, at the wall. It is gone! A home run for Dom Caffarillo, and the Tom Sox get the run back.
What a time to get a home run. Caffarillo has had the power. We knew it was coming soon. What a time to get it top of the 9th, and now the Sox are up by 2.
An absolute moonshot to left field as Carroll went back to the wall, and it soared out of here. The entire dugout on the field. They're fired up, and the Tom Sox with a monumental insurance run after giving it away on a wild pitch in the bottom of the 8th. Here is Chase Jackson. He is 1 for 1 today with 2 walks and a called strike on the first pitch. Wow, that ball was sent a long way. The Tom Sox haven't hit many home runs this season. They're not a home run hitting team as the next pitch misses away for a ball. But it's times like this when great teams get the big swing that they need.
It's only the 6th home run hit by the Sox and 6th different batter by the Sox to hit a home run.
The 1-1 is waved at and missed. Now 1-2. Chase Jackson, then Lucas Ream, then Luke Craddock for the Tom Sox here. 1 run across on the home run from Caffarillo. The Sox lead at 3-1. The 1-2 to Jackson is swung on and missed. He'll sprint down to first on the drop third, and the throw is on the money for out number 1.
That's the 6th strikeout, by DeAndre Jones today. So he's been really good, despite that one blemish being the home run.
an absolute moonshot off of Jones. We mentioned it's the same side pitching. At some point, it was going to come back to bite the Lumberjacks with a lefty on the mound and 7 righties for the Tom Sox throughout the lineup as Lucas Ream steps in, and the first pitch is airmailed for ball 1 at 90 miles per hour. You knew at some point it was going to happen. Did you expect it there?
A home run from Caffarillo? I did not expect it there. But look, we've seen him hit some balls pretty deep, but the Sox aren't, as you said, not a home run hitting team.
Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball at 79, misses high, now 2-0 to Lucas Ream.
He also just, this is not a knock on Caffarillo, but, you think about guys like Ream, Craddock, that have been able to get out in different ballparks.
Wave and a miss to make it 2-1.
Caffarillo doesn't have the slugger's body, if you will, but if a pitcher hangs a ball in a nice spot, and DeAndre Jones has been pitching fast, so that gives the batter a better chance of getting it out.
It's kind of like Cardone. Here's the 2-1 to Ream as he waves and misses. You didn't expect Cardone to go deep, especially with the velo on the pitch that he hit out was around 72 to 70 miles per hour. He's not a big guy, but he's a strong catcher, and we saw him in BP just rip the ball. The 2-2 with 1 out. Ream is airmailed again, and Jones is going through it right now. He's clearly shell-shocked after that home run. He was rolling. He didn't allow a hit. That was the first Tom Sox hit, as I was making my point, since the 4th inning by Chase Jackson.
And what a time to get it. Again, Caffarillo, clutch.
That one fired down low on the payoff pitch, and it's a walk to Ream. And Jones is clearly in his own head. I think this would be a great time for a mound visit, you would think.
Especially with the batter that you have coming up next. You do not, I repeat, you do not want to hang a ball up for Luke Craddock to hit because you thought Caffarillo knocked that one far. Craddock may actually put a hole in the window of KFC.
I think he would, and you can look at his numbers all you want, but the first pitch is waved on a miss. There is a home run on his stats, and while he's not hitting great, and while there is no great film in the VBL to really go back and look at everyone's swings and their tendencies, you gotta just know that this guy loves to hit bombs, and he's been working on trying to do that, as well as driving the ball gap to gap. So a runner at first in Ream, an 0-1 count, and Jones on the mound with 1 out here in the top of the 9th. Craddock at the plate, same side matchup, kicks, fires, and that one just missed high at 86. So now you see the drop down in velo to 86 by Jones. He overthrew the 90-mile-per-hour fastball, and he's clearly taking stuff off. The 1-1. A slow hold by Jones, taking way more time than he was before. Runner goes, pitches a strike, the throw to second, not in time and wide. It's a stolen base for Lucas Ream, and he's in scoring position with 1 out.
Sox offense is really firing. Now is the time. Look, they had a chance with Chase Jackson over at third earlier. Now if you're Craddock, you got to right your wrongs. You had a chance earlier. What can you do? Lay the ball down, get it through the gap, and get Ream home.
The 1-2 with 1 out, and now Ream at second. Craddock at the plate. The delivery is hit in the air to deep right center field. This one is back at the track. It's at the wall. It is off the wall. Ream will dig around third. He'll come in to score. And standing up at second base is Luke Craddock with an opposite field double. And the Tom Sox lead it 4-1 in the top of the 9th.
How about that? You don't succeed the first time. Try again. And Craddock laces one into right center. No chance for Brown or Pardo to get there. And that is a big confidence boost for big Luke Craddock. And now you get the mound visit that we thought was going to come soon. And you can see the Covington players filing out of the dugout. Looks like the end of the day for DeAndre Jones.
No offense, but bad teams make bad calls, and we both felt that there should have been a mound visit a lot sooner. There wasn't. You can tell visibly that Jones was in his own head on the mound, and now it's a 4-1 game in the blink of an eye. We will step aside during this pitching change. We'll get you the numbers in just a moment. Sox lead 4-1.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out tomsox.org/schedule to see when the team is back in action. Learn from the best this summer.
Welcome back to Tom Sox with a 2 spot here in the top of the 9th. And coming up to the plate for the Tom Sox is Bryce Neely. New pitcher on the mound, it'll be Devin Grizel.
Yeah, Grizel, he's 6'3", 210, an interesting throwing motion from the side pocket out of Hollywood, Florida, and Miami-Dade College.
0 for 3 tonight with 2 strikeouts is Neely. The first pitch is tapped to the right side and foul on a check swing. There's 1 out and a runner at second. It's Luke Craddock after he doubled to bring home Lucas Ream. The Tom Sox now up by 2. And the last pitcher in the game was Asher Sabom. I expect, and I can't see the bullpen, but I do expect, as well as you do, he's going to go out for the 9th.
Yeah, Sabom's good enough to where you can put your confidence in him to. You got out of a big jam for the Sox earlier. Why not throw him in the 9th and have him finish off?
Here's the 0-1 from Grizel to Neely. Called strike at 86 miles per hour on the outer half of the plate, and now 0-2.
Look, with this side release, if you're Neely, you're going to expect it a lot on that outside corner. And if he were to not release it at the same spot, then you get hit. There's not a whole lot of inside that's going to come in.
Here's the 0-2. Offering is a breaking ball at the right corner, outside corner of the plate, my right. And it's 1-2. Which right? Well, our right. We're right behind the plate.
Yeah, it's our eyes that are telling the story.
Of course.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-2 with a runner on second and 1 out. Grizel delivers a breaking ball inside at 85. Now it's even at 2-2. After Neely, if it does go, it'll be McCrory, then McCollum. But anything's possible with a runner on. Double play's not in order. The 2-2 offering from Grizel. He fires. It is a cold ball, and then they check and says no. They check to second. It's very interesting here as obviously you only have 3 umpires. You have a righty in the batter's box. You have a runner at second, so the first base umpire has to go to second, and he has to be the one to make the call. And he said no swing.
Lots of shifting by the umpires.
The payoff pitch from Grizel to Neely. On the way, called strike 3, a breaking ball at 70 miles per hour, the slowest pitch of the at-bat, and it's 3 strikeouts for Neely in the game, 2 of them via the backwards K.
That's where the sidearm comes in handy. It's slow. It starts from in line with your body and slowly trails into that strike zone, and by the time it got there, Neely was stunned.
It was a gorgeous pitch. Now it'll be Xavier McCrory. 0 for 4 on the day.
This top of the order has not been successful for the Sox. 0 for 7 between him and McCollum.
With a runner at second, Grizel gets the sign. He kicks, fires, fouled off to the left side, going straight to the road, and a car just able to be, let's say, 200 feet behind that ball. Now I'm wondering if it kicked back off that wall over there by the school.
Sure, a lot of baseballs end up in that road.
What a dangerous spot. The 0-1 offering is a breaking ball at 87. That missed outside.
And to piggyback off the top of the order woes, 0 for 12 for that first 4 batters of the Sox lineup today. They've reached on base with a few walks, some hit by pitches, but have not registered a hit.
The count is 1-1. McCory at the plate, runner at second, 2 outs. The offering is a 72-mile-per-hour breaking ball on the outer half of the plate for a called strike. Now it's 1-2. McCory with McCollum on deck, if it gets to him. Craddock leads at second. Grazal on the mound. The righty gets the signs, looks back, looks to the plate, kicks, fires, breaking ball, swung on and missed, strike 3 to retire the side, but not before the Tom Sox get 2 runs on a home run from Dom Caffarillo and an opposite field double from Luke Craddock. We head to the bottom of the 9th, and the Tom Sox trying to make it a 3-game win streak with a pesky win over the Covington Lumberjacks.
Want to support the Tom Sox? We offer many tiers of sponsorships with numerous benefits. Head to tomsox.org/sponsors to learn more about how you can become a valued partner today. Become a host family today. Host families provide players with a home away from home while building connections that go beyond baseball. Discover the lasting impact that host families have on the team and our community at tomsox.org/host-families. Contribute to Charlottesville Community Baseball today. As a 501c3 nonprofit organization, your support helps the Charlottesville Tom Sox create unforgettable memories and develop baseball's future stars right here in Central Virginia. Visit tomsox.org/donate to see how your gift makes a difference. Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. Check out
Don't miss a single moment of Tom Sox baseball. You better be listening to this as we're in the bottom of the 9th, and the Tom Sox up 4-1 after a 2 spot in the top of the 9th. The Tom Sox have Asher Sabom still on the mound as expected, and they're going up against a good hitter in Cross Yarborough to lead things off.
This is a big at-bat with the fact that you really need to get this guy out to start the momentum.
The first pitch is off the mask of the catcher. It's a swinging foul ball off of Caffarillo that knocked his mask off, and it's 0-1. Ball comes right by us at the crowd mic. Get ready. Oh, you didn't even hear anything. Thought you were going to hear anything. Cross Yarborough 0 for 3 tonight. The Sox have held him in check. Asher Sabom looking for the save. He kicks, he fires, a called strike at the knees at 87 miles per hour. And now it's 0-2. An 0-2 count to Cross Yarborough. Sabom nods off the catcher. He comes set in the windup. Kicks up his leg. He fires. It's hit to the left side. Jackson at short. Fields it. Throws to first. On a hop. In time for out number 1. Beautifully done by Chase Jackson. He started the game with an E6, and right now he has been cruising along.
Yeah, it's big. Really big spot to get a nice throw over to first. Takes the edge off a little bit for Sabom. Now it's just 2 more outs for the Sox to pick up their 3rd win in a row.
Darius Brown, he's 0 for 3 tonight. The righty steps to the plate, and Sabom, the righty, he deals. He spikes that one in the dirt for 1-0. The next 2 hitters, Darius Brown and Kelvin Pereira, are both 0 for 3, so a combined 0 for 6. And then if it gets to George Pardo, he is 1 for 3. Sabom delivers outside ball 2. That one at 76 in the other batter's box. Now a 2-0 count to Darius Brown, the right fielder. Sabom in the stretch, he delivers, and that one is low ball 3. He switched to the stretch for about a second. Probably go back to the windup here. Here is the 3-0. A called strike at 84 miles per hour, and now it's 3-1 with one out. Darius Brown at the plate. Sabom, stretch, he delivers, swung on in this for strike 2. It might have been fouled back into the mid of Caffarillo. It doesn't matter, and the count runs full.
Big pitch right here. It's the difference between 1 out and a runner on, or 2 outs and nobody on.
In the windup, here is Sabom. He delivers the 3-2. It's chopped to the left side and foul. And another battle. A night that has had so many battles at the plate, mostly by Covington hitters. The Tom Sox have, well, quite frankly, just gone down within 5 pitches. The 3-2 payoff pitch, Sabom delivers as that one is fouled off to the right side. My apologies, Asher. Messed up your name for a second. I think I was trying to say Nick Saban, and then I said Sabim. That doesn't sound right.
It happens. It happens.
Asher Sabom, he's got a nice arm angle to himself as well, as he likes to kind of flick that ball. He doesn't go over the top, he throws from the side a little bit. The payoff pitch, 3-2 with 1 out. Sabom delivers. Popped up. Will this one stay in play? It's coming back our way, and it will go up into the netting.
That one looked really close to coming down and knocking out our entire broadcast setup.
I wonder if they're going to try and throw a ball off the netting here to get it down.
There's a few up there as well.
There's a few up there.
Yeah.
That's an after-the-game problem. A reminder, if you're at a Charlottesville Tom Sox game and you catch a foul ball, you can get a neat prize.
Spectacular prize.
Yeah, some would say. Here's the payoff pitch. Asher Sabom in the windup. He fires, hits to the left side and foul again. Darius Brown is just battling. A really, really good at-bat, a quality at-bat.
Yeah, and in this big stage of the game, bottom 9, you got to try and spark a comeback for your squad. This is a good at-bat to do it.
Asher Sabom delivers the payoff pitch. Just high, ball 4. So a runner at first, but the tying run still not at the plate. That is the second walk of the game for Tom Sox pitching. A team that a couple of games this season had their most walks by a pitching staff in program history. Here's the first pitch from Sabom on the way to Pereira. It's smoked to the left side and foul nearly into the Sox dugout.
Everyone got out of the way there, and now a member of the Sox staff going
I think that's Aiden Harris, yeah.
Going to throw the ball back over to Covington.
Here's the 0-1 with a runner at first and Darius Brown. If he steals, they'll probably just let him go. We'll see. He has a nice lead. The 0-1 from Sabom is low at 75, and now it's 1-1. George Pardo on deck. He's 1 for 3. Double play is in order. And Kelvin Pereira at the dish. The next pitch, called strike at 77. Breaking ball on the inner half of the plate. And now it's 1-2. Just beautiful movement. Sabom working quickly. Now in the stretch. He fires, runner goes. It's hit to the left side into the dugout again. Everyone gets out of the way. And we'll do it again.
Cardone saying that's my bad. He should have had that one maybe off of the fence, but
well, he is a catcher.
Evan Reese going to snag the ball.
The 1-2 from Sabom to Pereira. Sabom fires. It's hit in the air deep to left field. Going back is Reem. He's at the track, and he makes the catch for the second out. Breathe, Tom Sox fans.
No kidding. That had a lot of pop on it, but luckily just a little too much lift, and Reem was able to settle under it.
Now it's George Pardo as, oh, hold on, I'm going to make a change. They're taking a look. Nope, no change. They thought about it for a second. So it is going to be George Pardo, number 18, as the Covington Lumberjacks are down to their final out. Sabom fires, called, strike at 85. The Tom Sox trying to make it a 3-game win streak, back-to-back mercy run wins in 7 innings, and a blue-collar game here against a pesky Covington team that has battled back and forth. They check on the runner. This team gives the Sox a lot of fits, and it's been a great game. It's been one of those baseball games that you're just really into it.
It always feels in contention, too, between both sides.
The 0-1 misses for 1-1. George Pardo at the plate. Jacob Levke is on deck. The 1-1 from Sabom. That one's tapped back to Sabom. He picks it up off the mound, throws the first. It's over the head, and then the runners collide with the first baseman. The runner will... Time is called. We'll see how they rule this. This could be the game if they feel that Craddock had a chance to make a play. I doubt they're going to rule that. They're going to send the runner from first, who was rounding to come to the plate, back to third. I think they're going to give Pardo second base possibly, but to be fair, it's Craddock's bag. And we'll see what they rule. They are going to send him to second base as he limps off. Landon, can you break down what you just saw?
Well, we have the Covington broadcast right in front of us. So here's a chopper. Sabom comes and gloves it. And there's the collision, and the collision happens well after the ball is past Craddock. But there's nothing you can really do about that right there. They're right to give Pardo the base. Craddock, he wasn't in the wrong, he wasn't in the right. It's just a bang-bang play because Craddock tried to make the play.
I think we're going to have a pitching change, if I'm not mistaken here, unless that was just the left fielder coming into the huddle. I don't think it's actually a pitching change because Will Pearson is out. Now, Sabom, this is why, and I mentioned this to you earlier, when you tap the ball back to the mound, to be honest, there's a 30% chance you're going to get on base. Pitchers, while they are athletes, I mean, that's a lollipop throw. You get kind of nervous. You're not used to making that play.
Yeah, all you got to do is put a little more pop on it. Craddock's good at stretching out and making the catch, but Sabom just lofted it too much, and yeah, you're exactly right. That's what happens when a pitcher tries to make that kind of play.
And even if he did get it to him and it wasn't over his head, I still think there was a chance that he was going to be safe. But nonetheless, there's runners at second and third now, and Jacob Levick to the plate as the tying run. He would need to hit a home run for that to happen. Still, Covington is down to their final out. Sabom still on the mound. He delivers, and a called strike at 84 on the outer half of the plate to make it 0-1.
I think it's safe to say the tying run is also at home plate in the batter's box. This is a huge at-bat, not only because there's 2 outs on the board.
The 0-1 delivery is hit up the middle, gloved by McCory, throws to first in time! Sox win! Sox win! Evan Allwine goes 7 innings and lets up no runs and 2 hits. Sabom comes in for the save, and the Sox have a 3-game winning streak in an unbelievable blue-collar pesky game against the Lumberjacks.
What a game. That's one of those games that the Sox will look back on the end of the season and be super proud of the way they handled it. 2-0 lead for a majority of the game. Covington gets within 1, and then you have a blistering top of the 9th where you tack on 2 more. Hard hitting. So much to be proud of for this Tom Sox squad tonight.
An unbelievable win by the Charlottesville Tom Sox. Landon, we mentioned good teams might win this game. Maybe they don't. Great teams find a way to win, and they did it convincingly, putting up the insurance runs when push came to shove in the 9th.
Exactly, and they made plays on the defensive end. They didn't let things like that Luke Craddock play rattle them towards the end. Sabom was really good. Mancini came in, delivered a couple of outs. It was really a well-rounded game despite the offense not firing on all cylinders.
If I told you the Sox would get 3 hits and 3 errors in this game, do you think they'd win?
No.
Well, the weirdest box score of all time, as they, of course, decide to turn it off as I go to read it. So let me just refresh my page to make sure I have it. The Sox win 4-1, 3 hits for Charlottesville, 3 hits for Covington, 3 errors for Charlottesville, no errors for the Lumberjacks. What an unbelievable game, a pesky game, and a big-time win by a team that is really getting their foot on the gas pedal. For all of our entire crew over there, and right behind me, our SID, Luke Stefanisco, Landon Weaver, who's going to have socials out out after the game in an interview with Evan Allwine. I'm Matt Becker. Good night, Charlottesville. Sox win 4-1.